What up, folks? Welcome to TLP NFL Sundays. I go by the name of Harry B. The B means billion. What's up, family? Hope all is well with you guys. We are here for the last game of the season for the Cleveland Browns. We are here to talk about it, to react to what's going on. How is this going to end for Shedeur as far as, you see what I'm saying? As far as, is he going to uh, secure his starting job? Are they going to go into the draft? Are the Cleveland Browns going to go into the draft and find a quarterback? So far, right now we are on it's halftime, and he hasn't played well. I don't know what's going on about Shedeur, but let's talk about it, man. Hey, y'all can pull up on me today, and can have some guests on the panel today. If you want to pull up on me, let's talk about it. It's the last game of the NFL season for the Cleveland Browns, and they don't have no playoff hopes. They've been eliminated, statistically. So this is the last game of their season. The NFL is going to continue into the playoffs and then eventually the Super Bowl in February. But yeah, Shedeur Sanders is not playing so well so far. I'm going to go ahead and put the information on the screen for you guys. Those of you who want to call in and pull up and let's talk about this situation right here. On your screen, you'll see join TLP Live at gmail.com. Join TLP Live at gmail.com. That is the email. You email me. I send you the link. And then you click on that link, put your name on it. You come up here and we talk about it. All right. It is the last game, like I said, for the Cleveland Browns. So far, what I've seen is I've been saying this kind of behind the scenes, but I wanted to say it live. I wanted for the Shedeur Browns, right? Shedeur Sanders fans to I guess he kind of chime in on what they think I'm about to say. Let me just try my best to articulate it the best way that I can. We all know that Shedeur Sanders is a young man that is very talented at the quarterback position. We saw him at Jackson State. We also saw him at Colorado, and we followed his career. We know that he was more capable than Dylan Gabriel, and we know that he could play the position. Now, if you follow the journey so far, the draft situation, it was a little bit, weird, the way that it went down. You feel me? Shedeur finally got his start. And he came out swinging. He came out looking like Shedeur. As time has progressed, I'm seeing a new person. And I want to articulate it in this way to hope maybe somebody else out there is seeing the same thing. Y'all can come on here. We can talk about it. A lot of y'all are probably in church because a lot of the people around here are black. And, you go to church and you're going to be there for like 8 hours. Good luck to you. God bless you. So I know that, it's not going to be a lot of people around here. But I'm just saying. No, but I wanted to articulate it in this way. I feel like Shedeur got broken for some reason. This is just what I'm thinking. Y'all can help me to figure this out. I feel like they broke him. He's very confident, him and his father, his family, they're very confident people. But I feel like it's taken a toll on him. Let me give you an analogy. You tell me if this is off or not. Barack Obama, he was very lively. He was very hopeful, very bright young man. And, he had all the hopes and dreams of Martin Luther King and, finally getting to that plateau, that platform where no black man has ever gone before, no black person has ever been before. He got to the White House and something happened. Something transpired. He had the hopes of the world on his shoulders, and he was going to go in there and make some changes, being the most powerful person in the world. Within a year, Barack Obama's Barack Obama did not have any more black hair, black strand of hair on his head left. It was almost as if he saw a ghost. It was almost as if they gave him the script. Why do I bring up that story? I feel like the Shedeur that we're seeing right now, it's almost like he's seeing a ghost. Almost like they rein him in. No longer the vibrant, the swaggeristic Shedeur who's very accurate, very confident. I don't see that Shedeur no more. You know, and people have been saying that the NFL is scripted, right? When you first come in and you're doing your thing, I don't know if they give you the script or to tell you what's happening, but I feel like Shedeur has been given the script, or the everything that's happened from the draft process to now and learning what he has learned now. What up, y'all? I see y'all. I see Shantae. I see Dupree. What up, y'all? Let me get this narrative out, then I'll start interacting with y'all. Y'all just tell me if you think I'm way off, or if you think like if you're on the same kind of like trajectory, you know, if you're on the same mind wave. So I feel like, you know, he got this script and something either spooked him or the system broke him. Because I'm not seeing the same Shedeur. I'm seeing a different Shedeur. And I'm trying to figure it out behind the scenes. You know, the few people that I get to text, my brothers, you know, in football and in Christ, I'm talking with them and I'm seeing some things that I feel uncomfortable with about Shedeur. So I'm wondering, did the system finally break him, or did he get the script and the script gave him the proverbial Obama gray hair? Y'all talk to me. Help me to figure this out, because I'm very I'm perplexed trying to figure it out, trying to understand, what am I looking at? What am I seeing? What's happening? Right? Now, I'll give you the football part of it. The Browns offense stinks. That's one part of it. All right? The Browns offense stinks. And they're not that good. They don't have they have an offensive line with number 68 on there. Ken Robinson on there. On his left side, he's a left tackle, and he can't block to save his life, right? If somebody had a gun to his head and was like, "Hey, yo, block or I'll shoot you," he'll be like, can I pick out my casket?" That's how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? So I recognize that part of it. The wide receivers stink. They can't get open. They got $1 million baby in Jerry Jeudy, and the NFL script, you know, you got to go to your $1 million baby. Like there are a certain amount of snaps you got to give him because of his contract, right? According to the NFL script, that noon script, that part is known. This is not the script that is hitting, that everybody, you know, are starting to whisper about. The little things that we know about the game that we're like, what's going on here? There's something's weird. Not that script, but the known script, you know, that your contract guys, your high draft pick guys, they have to play and they have to get a certain amount of snaps. So you got to go to Jerry Jeudy, but he stinks. That's the football part. I understand that. He can't get open, so Shedeur has to wait a little longer. But when you're waiting a little longer, for some reason, Shedeur has lost his ability to put the ball where it belongs. Shedeur has lost his swag, you know? Like, he's not willing to, like, I only say he's not willing because I haven't seen it yet. He's not willing to adjust his game to the circumstances, right? And I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are you not willing to adjust your game to your circumstances? Because, I mean, there's chances, there are times where you can make a play, you take what the defense is giving you, you know, and then there are times where, you know, you try to be a hero. But Shedeur is like, he's taking so many unnecessary sacks and losing the ball, costing his team a lot of yards. And I'm like, man, something ain't right, man. This is not the Shedeur. I know we talk about it, but it's not. Something ain't right. When he throws the ball now, it doesn't get nowhere. I'm like, wow, what is happening with him? Did they break him finally? Or did the script spook him? We can't even get a 3-and-1. The game is back. It was 3rd and 1, and we can't get 1 yard. They don't even trust him enough. We've to say, okay, let's do a little quarterback sneak. Like nothing. Shedeur is like not Shedeur. Are y'all feeling this way too? I know we can put it all on Kevin Stefanski and all of that, but that's just a small part of it. Stefanski is, hey, Peter, what's up with you, man? Stefanski is part of it, but, I mean, he's not the entire part of it because Stefanski ain't got to throw the ball. You see what I'm saying? Look at the handoff there. Jerry Jeudy almost lost the ball, but the handoff was sloppy. I ain't going to hold you. Like, the handoff was sloppy. He kind of, you know, bounced it on his chest as opposed to, like, softly laying it out there so that Jerry Jeudy can take it. It's like, y'all help me to figure this out. Help me to figure this out. But Shedeur is not Shedeur. He's not playing well. And I don't know that he has convinced the powers that be that he could be their starter next year. I still think he is, but I don't think he's convincing the people that he needs to convince that he's going to be their starter because he's not willing to change his game. I want to know why Shedeur is not willing to adjust his game. Why is he not willing to adjust his game for the NFL? Oh, that dude just dropped the ball. 87 just dropped the ball. Shante said that the Browns just suck. Shante, is that it? Is this just that they suck? Okay, so Shante said they suck. The Browns just suck. Just leave it up to the Browns being terrible. They effing suck. But Shedeur is part of the Browns, so he gotta be a part of who sucks. He sucks too. If the Browns suck, he sucks with them. Because he's playing with the Browns right now. They all suck. Shedeur's not making a good case for himself. Something happened. I just wanted to bring that out. Like, something's going on. Something is going on because I feel like, man, I told y'all here that every time the ball goes up in the air, if Shedeur throws it or if he has time to throw it, every time it goes up in the air, I feel this air of confidence, and I can sit back and enjoy the game. But I haven't been able to enjoy the game with Shedeur. I've been nervous. My insides, every time Shedeur had an opportunity to throw the ball now, my insides are shaking because now I'm nervous because he's been the least accurate quarterback. And I'm like, well, what is going on? I don't like this, Shedeur. You know, like that little screen pass, the dude should not be jumping. You know, maybe step to the side so you can throw it straight to his stomach so he don't have to jump, because every time you go up in the air, you know, like it takes the time that you can run away. So, but yeah, I like Shedeur and I want him to win so bad, but it's like, what happened to our guy? It can't just be that the Browns suck, Shante. Dupree, what you saying? All right, they finally got a nice drive going in the second half. That's good. Usually they suck in the second half, they stop playing. But maybe this game doesn't really count much. So maybe they're just going to decide to just play this game because they'll be 5-12. Maybe this is one of the games where they decide, okay, we can do this. We want to do this. Dupree, what did you say? Jeffrey, champion, what up? I just don't think he's ready. He needs more time. Okay, that's fair. He needs more time. Y'all was begging for him to get in. Can't have all them excuses because nobody gave Dylan Gabriel the same grace. What does that mean? What does that mean, Dupree? Let me see. What else you saying, Dupree? Let me go from the beginning with Dupree. Shedeur been trying to do too much. I agree with that. That's one of the things that I'm just behind the scenes. I'm just crying out, and I'm like, dang, why Shedeur doesn't want to adjust his game to the NFL game? You know, take the little things. You know, master the little things. Like, don't lose yardage. If it's not there, throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Take the short downs. Keep doing that until the defense until you grow a little bit more, until you can read defenses a little better. And then they read him. That 44 was a spy. He didn't read that 44 was a spy. He didn't see that coming. 44 was a spy. He sat in there and he saw. That's what I'm saying. He's thinking that he's quicker than these linebackers or these ends. and eventually he's going to have to come to grips with this is not college. You're not fast enough to do some of the things that's in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I'm close to being 50, right? So in my brain, I'm still thinking I'm young Harry B from Africa, from West Africa, Liberia, and I'm thinking I can still run the same way that I used to run when I first got here. Physically, I've eaten so much food, so much good food, and being in the first world where I get 10 meals if I want it per day. I've worked hard, so now I got money to be able to spend, buy Chinese, make African food, eat as much meat as I want to eat, pause, you know what I'm saying, eat as much food as I want to eat. But, and I'm still, and now I got this weight on me. I'm wearing like at least 2 people on me now. Don't have as much muscles as I still got a little bit. You know, don't get it twisted. But yeah, I can't do what I used to do when I was a young pup. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a young Harry B. straight hyena from Africa. I can't do the same things. Shedeur he thinks he can do it. And I'm like, bro, your game, you don't understand that you did not play that many. I don't even know if you play any SEC teams. You play some Big Ten teams, which is now the new SEC, but you didn't play some real SEC linebackers. You didn't play that many SEC players or enough people for you to be able to know or to have a good understanding of your speed versus the best of the best linebackers or defensive ends in the game. So you don't have a good litmus test on how fast you really think you are versus how fast the NFL is. You ain't got that. You don't know that. But he keeps trying it. He keeps thinking like he can do that. And then people keep telling him week after week, you ain't got it. It's not there. Play your game. Do what you're good at. At this point, with this many starts under your belt, you should know this. He still doesn't want to adjust his game. Shedeur still thinks he got it like that. But why? I keep asking the question, why does he not want to accept the fact that, hey, man, you're probably going to get two checks, right? If you get to your third Oh my God, that's a blessing. But you're going to get 2 reads. Read number 1 in there. Read number 2 in there. It's time to start thinking, throw it away or check it down. Shedeur does not want to adjust his game to that. He'd rather try to do something, take a sack, lose yardage for his team. That's not good for the NFL. And all the NFL teams are taking that need quarterbacks in case Cleveland gets rid of them, are thinking about that. So that's why I'm like, why is Shedeur not trying to adjust his game to the NFL game, to the NFL speed? Why does he not want to do that? You're delusional. Ain't no college team beating no NFL squad. Who are you talking about or to? Who said that? Harry B. There's a lot of movement in the betting world over Cincinnati to win this game. Oh. Y'all saying everybody trash, but y'all wasn't doing that when Dylan Gabriel was out there struggling with them same receivers and linemen. Oh, Shantae, he talking to you. Oh, okay. You said, yeah. I mean, I'm not getting into that. To that, y'all can have that. He's surrounded by losers. It's not all losers. He's not surrounded by losers. He got Myles Garret, man. Myles Garret is on that team. Like that defense is the number 1 pass rushing defense in the league. He's not surrounded by losers. Hey, Big Dog, what up with you? Shedeur is absolutely not surrounded by losers. I promise you, he's not. Shedeur is surrounded by a lot of winners. Now, his offense need to be better, and his first of all, we know that his coach is not 100% on his side. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fact. But he's not surrounded by losers. This is how the NFL is. This is how the NFL is built. This is how the NFL is built. You're not going to have everything to be perfect. So you're going to have to take what's given to you. But you're going to have to be willing to adjust your game until you fully develop into the person that you want to be. But I think Shedeur wants to be, he wants it right now. I think Shedeur wants to be legendary right now. But what he explained to us is that he is becoming legendary. You can't want to be legendary right now. Like, I understand you want us to be talking good about you, but just let it come to you naturally. You can't be trying to be legendary right now. You can't try to be legendary right now, bro. Take your time, fall into the NFL system, take the checks down, throw it away if you don't have it, and then whenever you get it, boom, strike. Little by little, you just keep crawling. Y'all know the story about the donkey in the well. When they throw water in they threw dirt on the donkey. He shakes it off. They keep throwing more dirt. He shakes it off. Eventually, he comes up out of the well. Take that. Like, you got to take what's given to you a little bit at a time. Use your accuracy, because the more you miss and the more those people talk negatively about you, you're going to eventually lose confidence. And that's what I think is happening to him. I think he's losing confidence. Legendary has been his brand since he was in middle school. Regardless of your brand, nobody cares it's your brand. If you keep playing like that, that's not legendary. Shedeur is absolutely in a good position to be legendary. He has the ability to be legendary. He has what it takes to be legendary. But you're going to have to let legendary come to you. You have to allow legendary to come to you. Do what you can do, and the legendary part will come. Stop chasing legendary and start chasing, like your dad say. I mean, well, no, I can't say that. You're chasing greatness. Chasing legendary is great, but don't do it right now. The NFL game takes time to develop, so don't try to do it all right now. Is my advice. Don't try to do it all right now. And I feel like he's trying so hard to do it all right now. And I'm like, bruh, no. Develop your game, bruh. Take your time. Make the throws you can. A lot of young QBs think like that. Peyton Manning had 28 interceptions his rookie year. He can't be legendary with those losers. Y'all making blanket statement. The Cleveland Browns team doesn't suck. The Cleveland Browns team are a developing team with the number one rushing pass rush defense in the NFL. Right? So the Cleveland team doesn't suck. The Cleveland team, they have a head coach who doesn't believe in Shedeur. That's one problem. And then they don't have enough good wide receivers, and then they don't have an O-line. Once you can fix those things within a couple of years, then all of a sudden you're there. I've seen this happen before. I've seen this happen. Developing teams, they take what they got and then they build around that. But Shedeur could be their starting quarterback, have a team or have a head coach that believes in him. The head coach is going to go to war for him. Right, it's going to go in when they're having those meetings. He's going to say, all right, I got my quarterback. I need him to have a couple of wide receivers that are dogs. I need him to have a left tackle that's not number 68, right? So let's go get 2 left tackles. Let's go get some left guards. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get some guards. Let's go get some guys that can protect them. Let's get some guys that can protect them, and then eventually we're going to get there. But y'all, I'm not going to allow y'all to keep making these blanket statements like the Cleveland Browns suck. The Cleveland Browns team doesn't suck. The Cleveland Browns team only need a few more pieces to be in the playoff conversation. I know y'all don't see that right now because we all like to just blanket everything. But the Cleveland Browns don't suck, and I've been saying that. They have a defense. They have a decent offensive line. A decent, not great, but it's decent. Maybe they need better play calling. They need. I'm telling you, once the Cleveland Browns figure out who their leadership is going to be, from a head coach position, who's going to believe in Shedeur, and then they lock in and say, hey, man, we want Shedeur to be our guy. Once they get to that point, then I think, things can go well for them. This is tough, man. It's tough because we saw Shedeur. We know who Shedeur is. Something's happening, and I don't think we can just blame the Cleveland Browns offensive line or everybody else and not put any of that weight on Shedeur. I think he deserves some of that weight. Some of that stuff is on him, man. I don't know what the Shedeur fans are not willing to accept. Like, right, there's only so much time that NFL offensive line can give you. If everybody else is taking 2.5 seconds, bro, take 2.5 seconds. Adjust your mind frame to fit the team that's in front of you. Adjust your mind frame to understand that 68 sucks. Adjust your mind frame to understand that Kevin Stefanski he doesn't believe in you 100%. Adjust your mind frame. If you can adjust your mind frame to think like that, you'll be like, oh, all right, so we ain't got what I need, and those guys are not going to get open. All right, when I do my if I get to my third read by God's grace, I'm throwing it away. And I don't care who's open or who's not. I'm going to throw it away because I know these linebackers are fast. I know these defensive ends are fast. And I know these dudes on the offensive line are like 6'5", with long wingspan. If they put their hands up, they'll block everything I'm throwing. So I'm going to change my game up to make sure that I can stay in this here NFL, or at least stay in the conversation. Right now, man, we talk about Tyler Shug. You know how much we was clowning Tyler Shug? You know how well he's doing right now in New Orleans? Wow. Wow. Receivers in the NFL don't get wide open. You throw them open. That's a statement that's kind of like counterintuitive and counter whatever we're saying. Just think about it. You're like, oh, he's an NFL receiver. You know, those NFL receivers are going to get open, and those NFL receivers are the best receivers in the country. And then you say something like they're not going to get wide open. I mean, wide open, yeah, I maybe I can give you, but they should get open. I don't think any receiver in college or anywhere else can get wide open. I think you're right. You know, I'll give you 50. I'll take 50 back. So it's 50-50 right now. But I think the NFL receivers, the elite ones, they can get separation. And Shedeur doesn't need a wide open separation because we're talking about Shedeur. Shedeur is one of the most accurate college quarterbacks. So if you just get a little bit of separation, he'll throw the ball there. But he's been like seeing ghosts out there where if he threw the ball, when you had a little bit of separation, and then if you don't fight for the ball, if you're one of these receivers and you a diva and you don't fight for the ball, all of a sudden is you know, somebody knocks it up and then is an interception on him. He's seeing ghosts out there. Now he's afraid to even throw the ball in your direction because he's like, yeah, I thought you was open, but then all of a sudden, I threw you the ball and you ain't even try to try to catch it because you're making business decisions out there. So yeah, Shedeur's been seeing a lot of ghosts. I'm trying to tell you, like there have been several games where he saw ghosts, where he was like, huh? He threw it up and he thought it was going to be good. Interception. He's like, what? Where did you come from? That's how these dudes be seeing ghosts. Cam Ward is making history as a rookie. Is he? I know Cam Ward got injured today, so he's out for the season. Well, you said making history as a rookie, like what kind of should play with real NFL talent, Browns lacking at O-line and skill positions. Okay. I mean, we could say that, but we're gonna have to talk about what do we need in the offseason to see if Shedeur, like they're gonna need to make some type of investment into Shedeur for us to be able to really know how he's gonna turn out. But hey man, you can blame everybody else and then say Shedeur can, and then think that Shedeur doesn't need to make any kind of adjustments. But yeah, I need Shedeur to make some adjustments. I need Shedeur to make some adjustments. Cam Ward injured his shoulder. He injured his shoulder and he's out. He's done. Title windows in NFL. That's what I'm saying. I agree. But the title windows still don't mean that. I mean, even with the title windows, but you have elite talent. Just you see how much faster the linebackers are and the defensive ends are. that's just how much better the tight ends and the wide receivers are. So they're all on that level. We all on this level. So it should kind of equal out. If you understand what I'm saying, it should kind of equal out. You got an elite quarterback in Shedeur. You're playing in the NFL, so all the talents on every side should be equal, should be much faster, much better. But unfortunately, Shedeur just doesn't have the receivers that are going to get separation. Judy doesn't get separation. He's a diva. Judy's a diva. Like, he won't even put his hands up. If the ball is not perfectly thrown, he won't even put his hands up. He won't even try because he ain't trying to get hurt. Closer. That should be first down. He dove and he slid. Nobody touched him. Check that. That's the NFL. You're not down. You're not. That's a first down. Check. Somebody should throw that red flag. That's a first down. He's in the NFL. The ground cannot put you down. This is not college. Okay, they're not listening to me. Nobody's listening to me. That's a first down because he caught. Throw the flag. What are we doing? That was the first down. When you slide, all right, maybe they're giving it. Maybe they're saying if you are a no, he didn't slide. He wasn't sliding. He dove. That was not a quarterback. I'm giving up slide. I'm diving straight. I'm about to hit somebody. That was the first. Anyways, I'm tired of these people don't understand me. Waiting too long to throw it. About as much time as you can get. Y'all see what I'm saying? So if you got the time right there, then why are we looking for Jared? We got to look for Judy because he's the $1 million kid. We got to wait for Judy to get open. He's the only guy. We got to wait for him to get open. He does got to get rid of that ball. You got to find him, my guy. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing I'm talking about. That thing right there. It's like, hey, man, like, look, people are counting 3 seconds here. That play was 3 seconds. All right? This is like, that was 3 seconds. Shantae, we're not tripping. I'm trying to tell you, that you're not going to get more time than that in the NFL. If that ball gets picked off, they're gonna scorch him in the media. So if it ain't there, throw it away. Don't force it. That is exactly the prescription we're subscribing. We are prescribing to him. Not subscribing. We're prescribing to him. That is the prescription that we're prescribing. Prescribing, right? I think so. Dang. I need enough words. I need more words. I got to go read some more books. I need more words. There ain't no way. 12 should stay away from 3. The ball will be in. Peter, he can't stay away because that's your $1 million baby. They have plays that are designed for him. And unfortunately, he's a diva. He don't get open, and he needs perfect passes so that he can go do his shenanigans in the end zone. He likes to celebrate, but he doesn't want to do the work that it takes him to celebrate, like my son. They don't want to do the work. They want to flex first. And it's like, bro, like, you got to get dirty. You can't – we're not going to always throw you open. We're not going to always throw the ball in the perfect position. Like, you're going to have to do some diving catches. You're going to have to get your hands dirty. But if the ball is slightly over your head, you're not gonna throw it. You're not gonna throw your hands up. You ain't gonna jump like Travis Hunter and put your body in, in harm's way. Come down, almost breaking your arm. That is not the game that Jerry Jeudy that he plays. He's not that dude. So that's why Shedeur is seeing ghosts out there. That was a good play on second down. Am I saying number 3 is fragile? No, he's a diva. I think the best way that I can describe number 3 is that he's a diva. He's a diva receiver. Somebody sized him up. Somebody sized his head. Oh, that was an RPO. I like it. He pulled it up. He pulled it. That's what's up. That was an RPO. He pulled that back. He saw number 22 and number 99 coming, and he's like, "Nah, let me get that." Those are there. He can do those type of things, but they got to trust him. Somebody has to trust Shedeur to do those things. He ran into traffic on the reverse. That's what we got to take, Shantae. That's what we got to take. For some odd reason, like the Cleveland Browns have decided to play in the second half today. Y'all know they haven't been playing in the second half. So Jeffrey, you saying we're using Jeudy wrong? I don't know how else they're going to use him. Maybe I don't know enough NFL schemes to say what type of scheme or what type of system that he needs to be in. All right, so tell us, what type of system do you, Jeffrey? What type of system does he need to be in? How did that guy get through so fast? Hey, yo, did we do a good job enough, us content creators, of spicing up 68 and he's out of there? I don't see 68. So you say he's a slot receiver? He's not an outside receiver. Or number 3 is a slant wide receiver. I mean, they paid him a lot of money for where he's at right now, so that he got to play that. He definitely got to play where he's at right now. And why can't the Bengals kicker kick an extra point? The NFL have been doing a campaign for Kevin Stefanski because everyone have been saying as soon as he gets fired, he would be hired within 2 seconds. And I'm like, y'all are doing like a full-blown full-on campaign at this point. Because if he's that good and he's had all of these quarterbacks, I mean, come on, my guy. Like, I understand y'all trying to, like, y'all are campaigning hard, but dang, bro. If Kevin Stefanski is that good, then why did the Browns stink so much with the number one defense in the daggone NFL? Like, how? You see how these things work, right? Yo, they got Judy 42 mil. So they used him in the slot last year, and that's when he had his best year. He comes back, and they move him. They move him outside. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he got $42 million, right? Then that he's the guy. Like, he needs a certain amount of snaps, per year. I mean, per game. And his representative are gonna make sure he gets those snaps. Or those snaps. The Cleveland Browns have a really easy problem to solve, bro. Their problem is so easy. Like, I think there are NFL teams that just wish they were in this situation. Okay, so Cleveland also had a different offensive coordinator as well. And plus, they don't have a quarterback they believe in, so that's another thing. Was that a design run for the quarterback? Man, look, a decent general manager can fix the Browns with a like that. This is an easy problem to solve, bro. Like, just bring in Joe Gibbs, bro. Like, let's go back to the old school. Let's bring in one of these old fixers. Let's bring in Joe Gibbs, right? He'll settle that whole organization with one snap. Let's bring in Joe Gibbs, one of those old OGs of the game. He'll be like, all right, you get away, get out of here. Let's bring in that guy, and let's go play. This team, man, with good leadership can win. Ain't no way this team should have been like where they at right now. Yo, this is the fourth quarter. Do not let them score a touchdown. I would say maybe Gruden as well. Gruden could be a fixer, but I don't know, man. Gruden, I don't know. I mean, he went to the Raiders. They were in a good position, and he ruined it. So I don't know, man. I wanted to go way back to the old school, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's bring in like Madden. let's get Madden on this team, Lord. Man, that first down throw was serious. All right, they're starting to make their run. And right now, I don't trust Shedeur's arms. So please don't put us in a situation where I have to cringe. Oh, man. No, I don't think they're going to score, man. The defense The defense is the number one defense in the NFL. Like, come on, man. So what happened to this dude, Jeffrey? What happened to your mans? How you go from being the best to the worst, like with the same leadership, boy? I mean, the OC, because Kevin Stefanski has always been calling plays. You got the same coach. You can't get worse. Don't let them score, guys. The score is 17-12. It's right on my screen. (17-12) is the score currently. With 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the Bengals with Joe Burrow are on the move. They are on their way to scoring, which is how Vegas has it scripted. I think Shedeur gets the ball back with maybe like 2 minutes to go. That's what I'm thinking here. 20. D'Angelo just had one of the best stops ever. If he turns around just a little, that could have been an interception. Jim Schwartz was, he could be the defensive. He could be, the head, nah, man. They need to bring in fresh leadership. That's offsides. That's offsides, bro. That offensive line moved. That offensive line, that lineman, he moved, bro. Look at that again. All right, guys, it's fourth quarter, five minutes to go. We got the sack. Myles Garret finally gets the sack. Yo, with 5 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, Myles Garret has broken the sack record. Myles Garret has done it. With 5 minutes and 4 seconds to go, guys, in the fourth quarter of the final game of the season, Myles Garret does it. 23 sacks in 2025. That's the single season NFL record. He ain't got to play another down. All right, it's going to be 3rd and 16. Wow, congratulations, Myles Garret. Wow. That was almost an interception. It's 4th and 15. So are we going to get the kick on here? We get the ball back with Shedeur? Come on, Shedeur. Come on, baby. 23 sacks. Shedeur can close it out right here with a touchdown. Shedeur can close it out here with a touchdown. If Shedeur can take this drive, go all the way. Yeah, man. The Cleveland Browns are not the worst team in the NFL, man. I'm telling you, they lack leadership. Man, I don't know, like, how many of y'all are real NFL fans? Like, how many of y'all, like, really follow the NFL? And when I say follow, you're not just counting wins and losses. Like, you really look at the things that makes the NFL. The Cleveland Browns are like I would say an average NFL team, and I keep preaching that. Because, and the reason why I can say that is because I was one of the ones that spotted it, in the offseason, like in the preseason. I knew right away. I was like, yo, that defense is elite. Nobody wanted to believe me, but look where they're at. You feel me? So their offense is not terrible. What they really lack is leadership. They lack leadership. Because I just feel like there are, I don't know, maybe on one hand, a certain type of coach that can take the current team, and win with them. Obviously, the record, and for those of you who just watch wins and losses and just look at numbers and don't really know the NFL, y'all not going to agree with me. But y'all the same people that didn't agree with me that they were in the elite defense when they didn't even play a down yet. So I know what I'm talking about, man. I just feel like with the right leadership, with the right coaching, and you know what I'm saying, and adjusting to the talent that you have, there's a coach out there that can win with the current Cleveland Browns. There is. Now, maybe get rid of Judy. Maybe get rid of Judy, because I don't like divas, man. The one thing I hate is divas, because divas are not, Shantae, we can go at it anytime you want. Yo, you get rid of Jerry Jeudy and you replace him with a Travis Hunter type. You know what I'm saying? That Art Monk type, that gritty, I'll go up and get it no matter what type. Let's see what Shedeur does. Don't lose the ball, Shedeur. Do not throw no pick six, Shedeur. Don't take no sack in the end zone, Shedeur. Okay, we're running it. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Yo, Shedeur would take that sack as opposed to throwing that ball away. They're too close to their end zone. He goes backwards and then take the sack. You said, but I'm let me put this on the screen. Jeffrey said, but I'm a Browns fan and wanted to know more about Shedeur Sanders fans. See? He didn't step in the pocket. He kept going backwards. You see the guy fighting your lineman. When you didn't go past him, you kept going backwards with him. See, this is Jeffrey. This is the thing that Shedeur fans are frustrated with. You see the guy fighting your lineman instead of you going past them. Let them take the fight behind you. You keep going backwards with him. He's eventually going to sack you. Yo, man. You said, "Fan, so I join your YouTube and I'll keep Jerry Jeudy. He is a good receiver." I'll get rid of him. You don't want no divas on your team, my guy. Unless, okay, like you said, okay, if he's a diva and you got to keep him because he's a $43 million diva, then put him back in the slot. Please don't take a sack. No safety. Throw it away, please, for the love of Christ. Throw it away. Throw it away, Shedeur. Throw it away. Lord have mercy. Yeah, man. Shedeur does not throw the ball away, and he's not adjusting his game. I thought he would maybe game 2 or 3 of him starting the second game he started. Maybe he would start learning that, but he never learned it, and he doesn't want to. So y'all gonna have to live with that. Y'all gonna have to live with Shedeur. If they keep him and they want to make him the starter, yeah, you're gonna have to live with the fact that he's stubborn. He ain't gonna throw that ball away. So good luck, guys. good luck, Cleveland Browns. He's not gonna throw it away. He's gonna take the sacks, and it is what it is. You're gonna have to live with the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is he's deadly accurate. You know, when people believe in him and they give him an opportunity, he can crush a lot of teams. But if his wide receivers can't find ways to get open, he's gonna hold that ball and he's gonna take sacks. So you're just gonna have to live with that. I guess every quarterback has their thing. That's just his thing. And maybe instead of me being frustrated, I should just say, okay, fine. I say, okay, that's my guy. He's he's stubborn. He's gonna try to make a play. So let's take the good, the bad, and the ugly together. That's who he is. All right, maybe. Because Shedeur ain't gonna change. I think I've come to the point where I just have to accept the fact that Shedeur's not going to change. Joe Sausto, you said, yeah, you Harry B. Stop talking smack, hater. Then he said, yeah, oh, yeah, you Harry B. Oh, okay, I'm a hater. Oh, okay. He is working with garbage, bro. Give the kid a chance. Right, like, hey, Joe, welcome to the channel, I guess. Welcome. Yo, if I'm a hater, then we got to redefine that word. And we got to redefine what supporter is. If I'm a hater, then let's redefine what a supporter is. Let's have some. Let's have some. Yeah, like Dupree. Like you if you're gonna get 3.5, 4 seconds in the NFL, and you're taking sacks, bro. Seriously? that's the team sucks problem. You are all negative. Joe, where you come from? Joe, what channel are you coming from? Yeah, Joe, where you been? Joe, what channel are you mixed? Maybe let me do my face closer. Maybe so Joe can see me. Like, you sure you got the right channel? I'm a hater. Describe what a supporter is, Joe. Chantel, he says I'm a hater. Maybe I am. I don't mind being a hater though. I know. I promise you. I do not mind being a hater. If what I do here at TLP is hating, then I don't mind being a hater. And it's all about communication. I have a master's in communication. So if you're saying I'm a hater, then I'm with you. Then I would say, let's define what a supporter is so that we can all be on the same page. Because if I'm in the hater category, then I want to know who the supporters are and what exactly they do, say, and how do they move. Win or lose, you stay positive, sir. Okay. What does that look like though? Yeah, Jeffrey, that's what I'm saying. Like, Harry B, I want Shedeur Sanders to be that guy, but I understand that his issues that he needs to fix. That's why I like your takes. Hey, Jeffrey, tell that Swansley, what up with you? Tell that to Joe. Is it Sacido or is it Sarsdo? I won't get your name wrong. Yeah, Joe, I'm not a hater, man. Joe, I'm not. Maybe you're new to me, but I'm not a hater. Joe, I'm one of those dudes that refuse to glaze. I've been rocking with Shedeur since JSU, but man, these last few weeks is the first I've doubted his ability at this. Oh, the man above. Did you hear my opening monologue? But I'm hoping bro turn it around next year if a team keeps him at this point. Joe, where drop a 1 in the comments if Harry be a hater. Everybody drop a 1. Come on, I want y'all to troll me. Let's redefine what a supporter is. This is the NFL and this is sports talk. We're not here to I can't give constructive criticism. No, it's because this is sports talk. This is not the auntie channel. Like, I'm not the aunties. This is not the aunties. Like, I think you need the prayer channel, right? But I pray and then I criticize and I'm frustrated and I'm gonna express my frustration on the things he needs to change because he's refusing to change. If that Chantel, you better stop. and please get it right. I don't mind being a hater. If we get the definitions right and then I come out to be a hater, then I will accept my haterism. Because I don't mind. Because I became an Arch Manning hater, and I declared that I was a hater because the media turned me into a hater. So I hate watched him a couple of games, but then my heart was split because I started off liking him, but because the media tried to force him, I don't want to say down our throats because then I have to say pause, but you heard me. Anyway, the media tried to push him where he wasn't ready, and then he didn't show up. The media made me upset, so I became a hater, but I'm still like halfway, like every time he made a big 60-yard run, I'm like, go get him, my guy. I'm like, yeah, let's get him. So, yeah. Selmo said, number 1, I'm a hater. Okay, good. We're getting somewhere. This is good. This is healthy. I need y'all to identify what the supporters look like. Because tell me, let's identify the supporters. Because if you are familiar with the Shedeur aunties, Chantel, how many times are you going to put 1? If you're familiar with the Shedeur aunties, right, then everything is always good. Nothing's bad. He's the best no matter what. He doesn't hold on to the ball too long. It's just the team sucks. Basically, if you're a Shantae, that's basically, yeah, basically, if you're a Shantae, let me put her comment. If you're an auntie, then yeah, he's always great no matter what. If everybody was better, on the team and were as great as he is, then they'll see how great he is. So basically, I'm describing this lady on the screen right now with her comment saying "auntie" here. She's raising her hand. So nah, I'm not an auntie or an uncle like that. I'm an uncle, but I'm not the type of uncle. I'm not glazing. So they're about to win this game. They're about to win this game because they're not going to have enough time for Shedeur to do anything. The Browns are closer to the playoffs than people think, just missing a number one receiver and an offensive line. Yo, Jeffrey's a good dude. Like, I need to talk to more Jeffreys. Like, I see that, Jeffrey, and I haven't been around here. I see that. I said that. This is the team you want. Like, if you are an NFL GM and if you know anything about how the NFL works, as much as I've been watching the NFL since 1989, since I came to this country, and I've studied it so much, this is the quintessential NFL team that every GM should pray for. Defense wins championships in games. They got that already. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I mean, but they can win this game. Bruh, they got to go for two. If Shedeur can get them close enough, they get a field goal to win the game. But they got to go for two. Cincinnati is favored to win by one touchdown in the betting world. Well, I hope somebody took the under. If you took the under, you better win some money because unless the script says they get the ball back, they go for two, they make it, they get the ball back, Shedeur throws an interception, they run it back, and then if you took the over, then you get the money. But unless Shedeur does something which he's definitely capable of, and he's, I don't trust this Shedeur, but hey, like I said, maybe in my opening monologue, maybe he got the script and he knows that he has to throw an interception. I don't know. They didn't get it. So now it's a 1-point game. It's a 1-point game. This is where Shedeur could be dangerous. But the former Shedeur, not this Shedeur. This Shedeur, I don't know. The first Shedeur, the first installment of Shedeur, this is where he's most dangerous. And they can definitely get a field goal out of this. But this Shedeur, the one that finally got the script and he knows that Vegas got money on the line, Shedeur, y'all going to have to help me with this one. Because pick six. Oh, Lord. Y'all remember the days when we used to just sit back and 2 minutes Shedeur, let's go. Nowadays, we're like, Lord, it's me again. Standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, it's me again. I'm standing in the need of prayer. Not my mama, not my daddy, not my uncle, Lord. I'm standing in the need of prayer. Please, no pick six. Please, no pick sixes. Don't take sacks and give them the ball back with 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes. With 53 seconds to go. Don't take sacks. This is the 8th start. I don't want to hear first reps anymore. That was months ago, Shante. Oh, 23's back. Don't take sacks. You see that? The lackadaisical drop off Paddington dunks. Don't really care much. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just like, oh, it's not there. I'm just gonna throw it to the ground. He's turning into a Dylan Gabriel. Come on, baby. Step in the pocket. Too late. Too late. You got to step in the pocket earlier. You got to do that earlier, Shedeur. You waited too long to step inside the pocket. As soon as the break, step in the pocket, you would have had that. You need 2 steps. God! Completed pass. Oh my goodness. Shedeur, you got to do that quicker. Right now. You see what I'm saying? Like that. Right there. Whew. My Lord. Hey, Peter, keep an eye on that money line. Come on, Shedeur. Step in the pocket earlier. No interceptions, please. Step in the pocket now. Now. Who was that for? Who was that for? Where's the communication? What are y'all mad about? I see y'all being mad, but who broke up the communication? What happened? Bro, you can step in the pocket. You got so much time. If you step in that pocket, you can see the field opens up wide. Just step inside the pocket. You will see better. Dude now past the 3. Come on, it's 1 yard. Come on, baby. Shedeur can just step inside the pocket, get that 1 yard. Let's do a play action. Shedeur can just step in that pocket, get a 1 yard. Come on, do we see 2 minutes Shedeur here? Come on, baby. Step inside. Oh, Judy caught it. Judy finally caught a pass. Oh, my goodness. He fought for it, and he got it. Hey, Jeffrey, you still here? I don't know, Jeffrey. You might be right. We might be working with this diva next year. He bent down for the ball. Okay. Look, it was low and he bent down for it. He almost lost it, but he bent down for it. Wow. And Swesley said finally. He was in the slot. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. I thought he's just like he finally bent down for the ball because it wasn't thrown when he was standing up. You know, divas, they like to have everything perfect for them. Shedeur, don't throw no interception. Don't take a sack, please. We got 31 seconds. Please beat Joe Burrow so we can have the conversation this week. This is it, man. This is it. We want to go into the off season saying good stuff. Please don't leave us hanging out here. It won't be good for us out here. Oh, God. Come on, Shedeur. Be a hero for all of us. Yep. Let's just get in position. We don't need to throw the ball no more. Let's work the clock down to like 3 seconds. We don't want Joe Burrow to be no hero. No, don't throw it. Do not throw the ball. The first Shedeur 1.0 maybe, but Shedeur 2.0, no. Don't throw the ball. I need to figure out in the offseason what happened to the 1.0. I don't know about 2.0. 2.0 is compromised. Yeah, we need you, Shedeur. We need you, Shedeur. We need you for this offseason. Do not make a mistake. Oh, he's throwing? What? Oh my gosh. Man, can you imagine if he connects there? We win the offseason. If Shedeur connects on that pass, we can go into the offseason winners. All right. We'll take the dub. We'll take the dub. He didn't play well, but we'll take the dub. Y'all can go into the off. We can go into the off season, and the last conversation could be that Myles Garret got his record, and they won the game. Y'all can have that. Nobody cares. But we got the dub. We gotta get the dub, Mr. Kicker. If you don't, Mr. Kicker, they can't get the dub. We need the dub for our argument. I ain't bring no water out here. You got one job. One job. It's good. Oh, Lord. What's the flag? We got the dub. We got the dub. We got the dub. We got the dub. We got the dub, guys. That's it. All right. 12 did not win, okay? He didn't win it, okay? But we got the dub. We can go into the off season with Shedeur winning, a few more games. He won, 3 games, I think? Yeah, Shedeur did not win. Yeah. The Cleveland Browns won today. The defense won. But we got the dub. Shedeur got the dub. So when you're at quarterback, it doesn't matter how you win. It just, the only thing that matters is winning. All right? So he did enough to win the game. What now? What, guys? What now? Now we got to have that conversation. What now? That's pretty much why I came on here, so we can talk about what's next. The Browns won, guys. We got the dub. So that's positive for Shedeur Sanders. That's a positive. That's really positive. Why is this positive? Because I think there was a lot of people that said that he had to win some. I guess he had to beat a few teams that had decent records. You know, even though they're all NFL teams, but if he beat bad teams, that one doesn't count. Only when Tyler Shough beats those same bad teams, that's when it counts. But Shedeur finally beat a couple of teams that were good, right? So, and if you're the quarterback, it doesn't matter how you win. You just got to win. And they won. Vinny Testaverde would have won that game. He got the win, but I ain't one that act like Gabriel couldn't done the same. I mean, I can tell you a few reasons why I think Shedeur is a little better. Like, okay, this is how I would say this. I want Shedeur to get the mindset of Dillon Gabriel, where you take what the defense gives you, and and you live to play the next down. You set that aside. You have to live with Shedeur's good in his bads, because if you undo the bad is woven right with the good. Here's the bad. The bad is holding on to the ball too long, taking sacks and whatnot. The other side of that bad is that he's trying to make a play. He's a playmaker. You see what I'm saying? So it's like one card, right? There's a front of the card and then there's a back of the card. So if you're the type of player where you're trying to make a play no matter what, you can't get rid of that bad, right? You just got to work with the good and make the good better. That way it overshadows the bad. And I hope y'all understand that. This is something I just had to adapt to, because I don't think the bad, you can get rid of the bad, because if you get rid of the bad, you're getting rid of the good also. This is in Shedeur. The good and the bad are like Jekyll and Hyde, right? It's like the same person. It's like, I don't know how to explain this the best way I can is what I'm trying to do right here. It's like the same card, but it just has the back and the front, right? It's like a Nas a tape. There's the A side, the B side. It's the same tape, but sometimes the A side may not be as good as the B side, or the B side may not be as good as the A side. It's like that, but you can't get rid of the tape. You see what I'm saying? For you old school people out there that remember the cassette tape, right? The tape you used to have to drop into the player, right? You can't get rid of the tape, but you can decide not to play the bad side, the B side. You can just play the A side the whole day and not go to the B side, because there ain't too many songs on the B side that you like. So how does that work when it comes to football and Shedeur? With Shedeur, he believes in himself, but the organization has to work with him. That's why him and his dad won. So you got to follow what I'm trying to tell you here. His dad helped him to believe in himself more, to forget that he just did bad. He did a lot of bad in college, okay? But he also did a lot of good in college. You can't get rid of either one. You just got to make the good side. You got to play the good side a lot. Yo, I'm like, in real time, I'm getting this. This guy's spamming me again. Come on, my guy. Stop spamming me. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? You can't really compare him to his dad. His dad had raw talent ability. Shedeur didn't get it. No. You're wrong on that. His dad is not a quarterback. His dad. I'm glad you brought this up because I wanted to actually make a video to talk about it. So let me make it here, and then maybe I'll just clip it out. Shedeur is not his dad, but y'all want to make that argument and say he's not his dad. His dad had raw talent. Shedeur has raw talent for his position. The thing about his dad's position or his dad's ability was individual ability, right? His dad can do what he does without having to depend on so many people. Shedeur, as a quarterback, he has to depend on other people for his thing that he does. His dad did not. His dad was a defensive player. The defensive player, and then especially he was not on the line where he needed his brothers to lock arms, right? He was out on an island as a cornerback. So his talent, yes, it was a team sport, but he could be an individual with his talent. Shedeur Sanders needs the running backs, he needs the tight ends, he needs the wide receivers to do their jobs, and he needs the offensive line to block for him. So I wasn't comparing him to his dad, but y'all keep saying his dad had raw talent. He didn't. That is not true. Shedeur has raw talent for his position. You got to put it in the right perspective, however. A quarterback and a cornerback are two vastly different people. One depends on other people for their stats, and the other does not have to depend on anybody for their stats. They are their own. He does not play corner. He is not a cornerback. So this whole thing where you want to disparage him because his dad is better and he's not better, his dad is not or was not a quarterback. If you take the Mannings, you can look at the Mannings and compare them because I believe their dad, the granddad, was a quarterback. So they start saying, oh, look at him running. He's running just like his grandpa ran. You see what I'm saying? For Deion Sanders, you can't say that. Deion Sanders never played quarterback. He never had to depend on anybody else for his coins. Shedeur Sanders is seeing ghosts out there because he's looking at his receivers and thinking that, oh, they're gonna at least try to catch the ball. So he throws it there. Next thing you know, a shadow gets in the way and turns into the other team's jersey. That's a ghost. He didn't have that problem that much in college because he had developed Travis Hunter and LaJohntay Wester, Jimmy Horn. Those guys were playing for him. Those were boys. They were all in sync. Now he has nobody. Jerry Jeudy has a $40-something million contract, and he's a diva, and he ain't doing nothing if you don't give him a perfect ball. He ain't going to try. So Shedeur's like, oh, dang. I want to throw it. I see him open, but I've done that before, and man, it ain't work out. So no, let's put that to rest. I hope that helps to put that to rest because not the same. If Deion Sanders played quarterback and he was a Michael Vick, then I would understand that. But you got to separate that. Not a quarterback. Could he play quarterback? I'm sure because he was athletic, but nah. Shedeur Sanders is in a whole different situation here. This kid runs a 4.7. What I'm saying is he didn't get the gifted athleticism ability. It's a different beast. It's a different beast. He's not a Michael Vick. No, he's not, but he ain't gotta be. That's the whole point. He ain't gotta be a Michael Vick for you to be like, oh, he's so athletic, man. He's swift. He's a Cam Ward. He ain't got that physical. He's not a physical specimen where he can do some of the things that his dad did. Nah, but he ain't gotta be. Because his comp is different. If you look at he don't gotta be that type of quarterback. If you look at the guys that are doing that, You know what I'm saying? That they're in a whole another separate group. But if you look at the guys that are pocket quarterbacks, if you look at them, Shedeur can be very successful being a pocket quarterback, and he has the athleticism to be able to get away. Here's the thing that Shedeur has to learn, and I'm sure they're probably working on it, or somebody has to like him enough to start with him from the offseason all the way through and then start working on those little things. Here's one of the things. He takes too long to step inside the pocket. You saw it today. He goes backwards, and then it's like you're stretching that rubber band, right? But what you know about an old rubber band stretching it? You can stretch it as far as you want to stretch it, but then eventually it breaks. So no, Shedeur, stretch the rubber band. It's an old rubber band, so stretch it as far as it's going to go, and then go inside the pocket. That's what you got to do. You got to 1, 2, 3, step inside the pocket. 1, 2, 3, step inside the pocket. He takes too long. He takes an extra step backwards, and then he thinks that he's fast enough to be able to get inside the pocket, and it's too late. Step inside the pocket. If it's not there, get rid of it. Shedeur starts to learn those things and start to implement those things in his game, he'll get better. But he's not going to do it 100%, which is what we are expecting. It's like we are expecting white people to tell us, black people, we're sorry for slavery. Oh, man, please forgive us for slavery. And here's everything we took from you, and this is how it's going to be. Forget about it. It ain't never going to happen. It's not going to change. I threw a wicked dig in there. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to give you an analogy. Shedeur's not going to change his game the way that we are expecting him to change his game, because he's a card. The flip side is one card of the same. It's the same card, just has a back to it, right? Because what we are expecting him to get rid of is the same thing on the other side, where he's a playmaker. You get rid of the playmaker, then you get rid of the other side. It's no. So it's going to have to be a gradual thing where he becomes smart enough for the game to where he can now start to mask his shortcomings. But you're not going to get rid of it. I'm going to settle with that. Going into the offseason, and I'm going to understand that Shedeur's not going to get rid of his bad, because his bad is the Jekyll and Hyde. His bad is his good. Right? His bad is his good. You're going to have to take the bad and the good together, because his bad is his good. You can't have it. You can't take it all away. He is taking too long because he can't read the defense. See, that's the part where no, don't come in here with that. Don't come in here with that, because it's not that he can't read the defense. Shedeur can read the defense. There was a clip that I saw on X. Are we settled with X yet, or we still need to say Twitter, formerly X? There was a clip that I saw, and I wanted to make a video about that, but then the clip disappeared. It's like, you know how like you're on X, and then you see something, you come back, and it's gone. It's like, oh, man, that sucks. But it was a clip of Shedeur actually explaining like what he was seeing and how the defenses were disguised, and he was able to understand, oh, okay, you got me on that one. But he's growing. That we have to count to the fact that he's a rookie, and he still needs time to develop those things where he sees enough to say, okay, you disguised it once or twice. You're not going to do it a third time, because it's the same look. You just giving me different variations of that look. So no, it's not that he can't read the defense. It's that he reads the defense. He knows what's coming, but this variation is going to trick him a little bit. And that has to do with the fact that he's still a rookie. And if you don't think that that's fair, that's a fair take, then tell me how you are evaluating other rookies. Unless you're a Shedeur hater, which then I understand. And you've been a hater for a minute. So if you're just a Shedeur hater that don't want any other takes, then there's no conversation there. But I like the haters that kind of like say, okay, I can see what you're saying, and then give me something else. So give me something to work with, so that it's not just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't call people haters too soon, too quickly. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't go into the hater category. The hater category is where he just sucks, and there's no redemption for him. Then you're just a hater. I mean, I'm being called a hater here, so I just want to make sure that we're not in the category where we're not saying, "Oh no, he can redeem that," because everybody has the grace of being a rookie, but Shedeur doesn't, and it's because of his hype. So if you're not the type of person where you're gonna say, "Well, no, he sucks," and that's it, okay, then yeah, then that's your category of hate. My category of hate is I'm gonna point it out, but I'm gonna prescribe the solution. That's my category of hate. You see what I'm saying? So if we are both haters, there are levels to being a hater, right? Because there are also levels to being a supporter. Like you can go all out glaze where you don't change the donut. It's like all my donuts got to be glazed. I don't like no sprinkles on it. It's all glazed, right? That's the glazy supporter. And then I guess that you can sprinkle in every now and then, like, oh wow, Shedeur, he didn't do that bad today. He didn't do that great today, but he did good enough. He's still my nephew. Then that's that. They'll accept that. If you go any further outside of that, then it's like, oh, you're a hater. So if you're a hater like me, then you would say my level of hate has to come from. By the way, I'm not a hater. Okay, I'm just. I've been called a hater, so I'm trying to categorize my level of hate. My level of hate is just the constructive criticism hate. Okay, if you have constructive criticism, you're a hater. So that's the category of hate that I'm with Shedeur. All right. What else y'all got for me, Jeffrey? What you got? Let's see. Let's put this on. Like I said, Shedeur needs veteran quarterback in front of him, and he can learn and watch for a little bit. I mean, it's too late for that. That's how I would answer that. It's too late for that. Cam Ward did not have a veteran quarterback. He had to learn the hard way. You throw him in the fire and just let them learn. Let them learn. All right. We got Tyler Shough. We got Jackson Dart. Who else we got? We got a few people who you just got to throw them in the fire and they're going to figure it out. And another thing to add to that, Jeffrey, is that you need a support system that believes in you. That's why, like, all of his flaws are being exposed because he doesn't have full support. I hope this makes sense to you. Keep in mind that his dad was his support system the entire time, and his dad allowed him to make a lot of mistakes, right? His dad didn't come down on him too hard on the mistakes he made because he knew that what he could do. This guy just scored a touchdown? What the bumba? Whoa, the Colts just lost on the last play. I'm like, what am I watching? I'm seeing, wow, to the Tennessee Titans. $38-30. Anyway, so yeah, man, his dad was his support system, right? When your dad is your support system who believes in you, he believes in your abilities, and he knows that you can play, then he's going to forgive a lot of your faults and just let you figure it out in the game. But he's going to call plays that he knows that you can make, and he's not going to try to limit your abilities. He's not going to clip your wings. So Shedeur needs a coach like that. Somebody like his dad who believes in him, knows his abilities, and is not going to clip his wings, right? Because they're the coach that don't believe in you, they're more so trying to limit your mistakes, and so they're going to try to give you things that they're going to try to like dumb it down for you to try to help you to get to the point where you need to be at. But if somebody that believes in you is not going to do that. They're going to let you play through it. He needs that. All right, what else? What else you got for me? I don't think he has what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. Oh, come on, 23. And goes from And that goes from his arm, his speed, his ability to be a team player. I don't see any of it. That one, okay. How do I address this one, 23? I don't think he has what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. He's able to make the throws. He has the arm to get the ball down the field. So do you believe that Dillon Gabriel can be an NFL quarterback, 23? Because Shedeur has a better arm than Dillon Gabriel. He showed it. He proved it. He can move the ball. He can stretch the offense, right? He can stretch the defense. He can spread the field. So that's what NFL quarterbacks do. Now, if you don't believe that he's an NFL quarterback, what I'm hearing is that he has no grace with you. That's what I'm hearing. Because everybody else is allowed to make mistakes in their first year, even if they just played 8 games. If that's all they played out of 17, they just played 8, right? And they didn't get enough snaps and they didn't get enough practice, and they kind of like had to come in the middle of the season and start figuring it out. You are not giving Shedeur the kind of grace that is necessary for that scenario. And like you said when you came into the chat, like you don't care. You don't want to hear none of that. So that argument doesn't it wears on you. You don't care no more. So if that's the case, then there's no conversation there. But as a football fan and a football commentator, you have to consider that. ESPN has to consider it. Everybody else has to consider it. But you don't want to consider it. So if that's the case, then there's no conversation there, right? I don't dismiss people as haters and just say, oh, you don't. But if you are not allowing conversation to happen, the kind of conversation that has to happen in the barbershop where you consider things, if you don't want to do that, then you can go into the hater category and just say you don't like them. That way we can just leave it alone. There's no conversation there. If you're willing to have the conversations, then at least we can trade off. There has to be a trade-off. You don't care that the wide receivers are not the greatest. They don't get separation. You don't care that Jerry Jeudy is a $43 million baby that is a diva. He does not put his body in harm's way. You don't care about none of that. You don't care that Cam Robinson, number 68, his left tackle, was putting him in harm's way every single time. All they had to do was just touch him with one finger, and he would just go backwards and fall into Shedeur and cause Shedeur to even fumble the ball. You don't care about none of that stuff happening, then you will have to go into the hater category, and you have no redeemable qualities to have a football conversation with me because you're in that hate category. You and our hate are not the same. You don't have constructive criticism. You just think he sucks. Then there's nothing there. Nothing there. All right, big man, what you say? Manny had 28 interceptions his rookie season. Tell me you don't know anything about the sport. All right, see, that's another one. Right, so there you go. Mahomes was a backup QB. He was learning. I mean, yeah. You're learning until the team needs you, and then you're no longer learning. Carolina clinched the NFC South for the first time since 2015. So that means that we're going to be seeing they clinch with an 8-9 record. Lord have mercy. NFC South sucks. So, okay, clinch. The Jaguars clinched top seed in the AFC. Okay, so no Travis Hunter. If he was healthy, we would see him. But we'll be able to see Jimmy Horn. So the Louis boys are now all the way out. What else you got for me? Mahomes was backup quarterback. He had to learn. Most wide receivers are divas. No, that is not correct. Well, I'll give you 50 and I'll take 50 back. All right, so you got 50%. I'm throwing 50% in the trash. Here's why. Here's the trashy 50%. Because you got receivers that are willing. For the most part, is the tight ends that are willing to put their bodies in harm because they're natural blockers. So that's the first good 50 that you get. Okay. Now, there are receivers, like your Art Monks, your Darrell Greens, and the young guys like your Travis Hunters and others that are willing to make a career as catchers. Like I'll give you some new ones. I'll give you Travis Hunter. I'll give you Jimmy Horn. I'll give you LeJohntay Wester. I'm giving you all the Louis boys right now, but I'm also going to give you Arizona T-Mac. T-Mac, he's willing to put his body in harm to go catch that ball. So I just gave you a slew of young guys, even though I gave you the old school guys, Darryl Grains, Art Monks, all of who else? Jerry Rice. Dang, I'm going way back now. All right. The Jerry Rices, they would put their bodies in harm's way to go get that ball. Jerry Jeudy is not him. He don't do that. He's not going to do that. So he's a straight diva. He's the type of diva where the ball has to be perfect or he's not trying. I mean, like, there was one play, I forgot, I think it was in the third quarter. There was one play where the announcer was like, Jerry Jeudy didn't even put his hands up and even try to catch that ball. And I was like, yeah, that's him. I've only known him for 8 games because, Hey, man, I appreciate the Cash App, man. Thank you so much, whoever who sent that Cash App. Kevin, I appreciate the Cash App. Thank you so much. But yeah, so he's not the type of. There are divas, but I promise you, there are divas that they have incentives that they have to do certain things, and I think it's about your hunger level. If you give a guy the money too soon, right? You gave the quarterback too soon. You rewarded the quarterback too soon, and you rewarded Jerry Jeudy too soon. And now he got the money. He's like, what I gotta do? I'm 43 million in. Like, I ain't gotta put my body in harm. I ain't gotta be no Travis Hunter throwing my body everywhere. If that ball's not perfect, I'm not even throwing my arms up to try to see if the ball can stick to my arm. Because some of those passes are just, hey man, raise your arm. If you just raise your hand, like, it's like a freaking, black, tall, big black guy drowning in the 3 foot. Like, hey, fool, just stand up. It's a 3 foot. Hey, black man, stupid black man, stand up. Just stand up. It's a 3 foot pool. Stand up and you'll be fine. Stop swallowing water. It's only 3 feet. So yeah, Jerry Jeudy not going to throw his hands up. He ain't going to put his body in harm's way. He ain't doing that. All right? 50-50 ball, it ain't 50-50 for him. It's more like 10-90. If you throw that ball up, that's why Shedeur was struggling sometimes. Because you can see it in Shedeur's eyes. You see him like, it's not there. The reason why he was doing those it's not there is because he was in Travis Hunter. Jeudy had a certain amount of snaps that he had to get. If Shedeur didn't see it, you saw it in his eyes. You're like, nah, I'm not doing that no more. I thought you were the guy when I first started, and I was trying to throw you the ball every time I had an opportunity, but you let me down. You're not the type of wide receiver who's going to fight for those balls. It's not going to be 50-50. It's going to be like 10-90. You got 10% chance to catch that ball where the other guy has a 90% chance of taking it away from you. So I'm not doing that no more. I'm not putting my career on the line for a diva who don't want to get his hands dirty. If he finally gets a wide open touchdown, he wants to do backflips in the end zone and possibly hurt himself. Like, he just wants to celebrate. He don't want to get his hands dirty. He got $43 million. So, nah. Do you know Darryl Green was a cornerback? Darryl Green was the cornerback. The Art Monk was the wide receiver. Sorry. Art Monk. Do you hear how you're talking about Jerry Jeudy now that makes you think another wide receivers are okay? Hold on, let me see. Do you hear how you were talking about Jerry Jeudy now? What makes you think another wide receivers are ever going to want to come play with that quarterback? Everything gets put on everyone around him but him. Yo, you can call in, email me. Yeah, Powers, I'm here. I'm here. Email me, bro. Did you send it? Did you send a request already? Okay, here it goes. All right, I got you. I got you, man. I'm sending that request right now. I got you. I got you. Let me see what you're saying here. 23, what you saying? Hey, 23, you got to call in, brother. It's the last conversation of the year for the Cleveland Browns. So you got to call in. Let's get it all out today. Let's get it all out. I want you to call in. Let's get it all out today. Let's talk about what's next for Shedeur. All right, that is a silly analogy. Trevor Lawrence wasn't Shedeur to Travis Hunter. You have to adapt to your environment and what's around you. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're saying. That was a silly analogy. Trevor Lawrence wasn't Shedeur to Travis Hunter. What do you mean by that? What you mean by that? Yo, you can call in, humble. Yeah, call in. Just keep it respectful, no cussing, none of that stuff. Yeah, you can call in. Email me. I'm sending out emails right now. The email's on your screen. Call in. I'm trying to figure out what he's saying here so I can answer it. Do you hear how you're talking about Jerry Jeudy now? That what makes you think another wide receiver is ever going to want to come play with that quarterback? Everything gets put on everyone around him, but okay. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is that if the ball is bad, it's their fault that they didn't catch it regardless. Okay, but what happens if the ball is good? I'm open-minded. I'm willing to hear you out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to hear you out. I'm not one of these dudes that try to blame everything. Nah. If the ball is good, what happens when you drop it? Should we not say, oh my gosh, he dropped the ball? So I understand that not every, like, okay, the pass where the 2-minute drive where he threw the ball to the outside and Jeudy could have caught it and he let the defender take it away from it in the end zone. Was that 100% all his fault? Maybe not, but if we were having a barbershop conversation, where exactly do you expect the ball to be placed? Like, how else do you expect the quarterback to make sure that he puts the ball in a place where only the wide receiver has a chance to catch it? Like, if you know what I'm saying, like, talk to me. Where should that? Let me bring on Max Powers, because maybe I can ask him this question and he can help us out. Because I don't want to be known as the guy that's just, oh my gosh, like Shedeur can't make no mistakes. But it has to make sense, my guy. If a wide receiver can't play for Shedeur, he shouldn't be able to play for nobody. Because he's accurate. He will put the ball where you can catch it. And if he puts it there and you can catch it, you catch it. So you're saying, oh, don't come play for Shedeur because we got loud mouths and we just going to blame everybody for their mistakes? Nah, we hold them accountable. Hey, man.
What's up, bro? Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's to you, man.
How you doing, brother?
Thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate you coming on today.
No problem, man. I sent you a cash app, always supporting my content creators that I like listening to. I just finished leaving the stadium. I was at the game. It's cold. Nice. Yeah.
You said it was cold?
Oh yeah, it was cold, bro. It was cold. It got it got cold. But ugly win, but a win is a win in my book. And to add on what you were saying, my coach always taught us, if If it hits your hands, you should be able to catch it.
I think that's what everybody says in the football world, right? Whether you're a fan or you a coach or whatever, we hear if it touches your hands, it's yours, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's help me to understand where people think like, oh, people like 23, which 23 is on like he's on the cusp of understanding, but he's more in the hater jar than anywhere else because there's no conversation. But I'm still trying my best to try to have a conversation.
So Shedeur Sanders had 2 turnover-worthy plays, but they didn't pick it off, so that's a good thing. But he had 2 turnover-worthy throws, one in the middle, and actually, you know what? Both of them were in the middle. But I was there at the game, and that offensive line, oh my God. I think that's the worst offensive line I have seen I think that's the worst offensive line I have seen in years, bro. Worse than 2017 Jets. And so to all the ones, who don't like Shedeur, well, get comfortable, get used to him. Because the Cleveland Browns franchise, 1, we're broke, and 2, we're broke. And so
but y'all also the reason why y'all are broke is because y'all don't make a decision with your money. You guys are y'all jumping the gun and you're giving guys max contracts too early.
Well, with the Jerry Jeudy contract, I actually think it's a great contract. And here's why. When Jerry Jeudy signed that contract, that was before he went 1,300 yards. Now imagine Jerry Jeudy signing his contract when he hit 1,300 yards. This contract would have been completely bigger than what it is now. So I look at it, it's like, you know what? We didn't overpaid, because we could have overpaid, but thank God we didn't. But I still do believe Jerry Jeudy is completely overpaid.
If we're comparing him to guys that are actually making contributions to their teams, like we can go find some guys that got sticky fingers and pay them, that can get paid less, and they're willing to put their bodies on the line. But Jeudy is not willing to do. If that ball is not perfect, man, this is my assessment. You a Browns fan, like you said, you're coming from the stadium, so you tell me if my assessment is off. Because you know him longer than I have. I'm saying he's a diva who don't want to put his body in harm's way. Can you give me your thoughts based on that assessment?
Remember that last interception he threw last week, and it was kind of like a 50-50 ball.
The one in the end zone?
The one where last week against the Steelers, the one where Shedeur he threw crossbody off his back foot, and he was throwing it to Jeudy, and the defender just came over there and just grabbed it right out of, just walked right in front of Jeudy and just grabbed the ball, right? That's one of the plays that Jerry Jeudy will not go after that ball. Now, if it was like Travis Hunter would have not only gone at that ball, but I guarantee 50-50 chance he's going to catch it.
Because he wants it. So why is Jerry Jeudy not willing to put his body in harm's way? I don't understand that. I don't know too many receivers on teams. That's why I'm thinking he got paid too early. Like you pay a guy, he's like, all right, cool, I'm paid now. I don't have to go do nothing. I ain't got to put my body in harm's way for that.
Yeah. Jerry Jeudy I think he still leads the NFL with the most drop passes?
I don't know. I think people are saying he does. I don't know the stat. I haven't seen the final stats yet.
Yeah. I think he's still up there. I think he's probably up to at least 11 drop passes.
So yeah, I mean, but you got a guy like that. So are we haters to the point where we celebrate Shedeur only, but we say everybody else is at fault and we don't give Shedeur we don't push back on Shedeur? I don't know, not around here. maybe there are in the universe, like in the YouTube verse and other places where people watch sports, but we push back enough on Shedeur as Shedeur fans. We know he makes a lot of mistakes, but wide receivers are not going to come play for him because he's that bad.
Here's the reason why Shedeur makes the mistakes he makes. You got to understand, during the time of the where a quarterback mostly get his development done is through rookie OTAs and is during training camp. Rookie OTAs and mini camp training OTAs. And so we watched it. He was throwing the ball boys and coaches. And so he really wasn't no development. This is honestly, Shedeur Sanders is the reason why Kevin Stefanski on Monday should not have a job, because it showed that your quarterback is better than your coach. Because anybody who thought Dylan Gabriel was a better candidate than Shedeur Sanders, I said this before, it's a fireable offense. Kirk Cousins, all that. See, here's the thing, guys. They're not all the wide receivers. All the wide receivers, they might go after a wide receiver in the free agency, but I guaranteed everything you see right now is going to be exactly the same. Next year, it's going to be, instead of having 10 rookies, we're going to have 20. We're going to have the youngest team in the NFL next year. They're not getting rid of Shedeur Sanders. You don't mind if I answer this KC Outdoor, what he said?
Yeah, go ahead. What is KC saying? No free agent wide receiver is going to want to come to Cleveland. Oh, no, he's trolling now. No, I'll get it later. I think he's trolling. He's trolling. This is a troll. Come on, KC, stop trolling and call in. You can come on the panel.
So KC, the problem with Dylan Gabriel was he refused to throw the ball down the field. Like that last play with Isaiah Bond, that was actually a touchdown. The Isaiah Bond, he gave up right at the end. Right at the end of that, right at the end of his route, he gave up. If you was there, you could see it, or if you watch film is going, that all 22 is going to show you right exactly where Isaiah Bond gave up, and you just like, that was a touchdown. That was a dime, and Isaiah Bond didn't grab it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, unless you're just trolling, like, unless you're just trolling, when you say no free agent wide receiver is going to want to play, let me give you a scenario. Like, look, we all know that defense wins championships, right? Why wouldn't a free agent receiver, want to come to a team that has one of the best pass rushing defenses in the NFL? Like, the number one. Why wouldn't you want to come to an organization like that?
So KC Outdoor,
KC, you got to call in. You can't be chicken all day. You got to call in. Let me check the email and make sure Casey didn't call in. Casey, I don't care where you are. If you in the backyard doing whatever with chickens and you sweeping duck goose, call in, bro. Because there ain't no way you serious. You talking about you 100% serious. But anyways, go ahead, Max. Because this dude clowning.
So, like I said, KC, who's the top three quarterbacks this season? Top three is Sam Darnold.
You said QB?
top three. Yeah, top three QBs this season. Do you know?
Let me see if I can help you. Give me a second. Let me look that up.
Because I'm on a prove a point to KC Outdoor.
Give me one season. I'm almost there. I think Sam Darnold got to be in the top too.
So,
okay, I'm not getting no good answers because it's
or,
getting it's giving me all
let's do it
answers.
like this: Patrick
Drake,
Mahomes,
Drake May,
Josh.
New England.
Okay, you got Drake May, Patrick Mahomes, Josh
And
Allen.
what about Dak Prescott?
Okay, if I put those, if I trade Shedeur Sanders with those quarterbacks, this is how bad the offensive line is. They might just win the extra 1 to 2 games. So instead of being 5-13, or is it 5-12, they would have won. They will be 7-10. Extra 2 games. Still, you're still drafting in the bottom 10, the top 10 of the NFL draft. But that's how there's like there was 3 plays to where I literally watched the the right guard block nobody. I watched the backup center come into the game, block nobody. On that last screen, the guy who hit Shedeur Sanders, he's supposed to chip on him, like block him just for 1 second, then chip off to run the screen route. But because he didn't do that, that play got messed up, which it should have went from a play that should have been at least a first down to where, you know what, we're putting the ball on the 4th down. So I could play yes, there's Shedeur Sanders need to get better. Yes, he does. But also at the end of the day, he's a rookie who's learning as he's playing. And you can see he's learning as he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who have a problem with Shedeur is just basically, they don't really have a problem with Shedeur. They just have a problem with Shedeur's fans. And they just feel like all his fans is Glazers.
You're right. Hey, 20. It's funny that Peter is here now and 23 is here because Peter and 23 are the same people. They're different. One is American and one is African, and both are white. These guys are the same people. 23 is more disenfranchised than anything, and Peter has admitted that he's the same way. So, it's always fun talking to these guys because, I mean, they want to like Shedeur, but the fans get in the way. I get in the way. You get in the way. I mean, maybe not you per se, but I know I get in the way for a fact. Because if he does anything well, I'm gonna highlight it. I ain't shy to put it on blast.
He said he's a numbers guy. Here's my problem with just being a numbers guy, dude, because that's what the whole Cleveland Brown, that's what Cleveland's Browns have been the last 6 years, is we're going just off numbers, EPA, PFF grades. That's what we're doing. And for me, it's the eye test. Shedeur Sanders, not only does he pass the eye test, but they have been throwing Shedeur Sanders been getting the kitchen sink when it comes to blitzes.
Yeah.
When I say the kitchen sink when it comes to blitzes, I literally watched him blitz the safety, do a cover 3 on the weak side and a cover 2 on the I'm like, you pulled the safety for that? I'm like, wow, that is absolutely amazing. And so he's getting the kitchen sink because of the fact that they understand if Shedeur Sanders get time back there, he will eat your defense up like what happened in Tennessee. Because right now he is the most blitz quarterback in the league.
We can't have those conversations. That's the weird part. It's like if you try to say, okay, these are some reasons why some of the things that we see happening, these are the reasons why they're happening, and then we say Shedeur needs to learn certain things. The learning certain things is not enough. It's always the moving off the goalpost because, oh, yeah, he's no good. He's not going to be in the NFL. Like Peter came in right away, said Shedeur play his last game. He ain't going to be in the NFL next year. Like, that's crazy. If you look around the NFL and you see the quarterback play, Like, who knew that Tyler Shough was gonna come out and in the end show to be one of the best quarterbacks when we laughed at him, when we almost laughed him out of the NFL.
So if the Browns let go of say the Browns was like, you know what, we're just going to do something stupid. We're just going to get rid of Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Deshaun Watson, and we're just going to start all over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shedeur Sanders would not only would he get drafted by the not drafted. He would get traded to the Raiders, and the Raiders would my bad. Hold on 1 second. He would get traded to the Raiders, and the Raiders would they would most likely go on into the future with Shedeur Sanders as his quarterback. Because, like I said, he passed the eye test of a franchise quarterback. He's a young dude. He's a young dude that got his opportunity later in the season. And I think all the teams Shedeur Sanders played, except for 2, were all playoff-bound teams. And that was 3. So it was the Raiders, Tennessee, and the Bengals. That's 3 games right there.
He knocked the Bengals out, right?
Well, Bengals were the Bengals. They already they weren't in playoff contention.
Oh, I thought it said winning you're in. Was that last week? I think that was last week for the.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think that was last week for the Baltimore Ravens. It was a win and you're in situation for them last week. But yeah, at 6-10, I don't know that you. I mean, please tell me the division is not that.
My bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say my bad. So all the teams he played except for 3, all playoff bound teams.
Yeah. Steelers and Ravens. Thank you, 23.
Yeah, Steelers, Ravens, 49ers, all them playoff contention teams. So it's not like the games he played was vanilla. And the funny thing about it is when he threw for 365 yards, that's the toughest defense he played against.
No, but that didn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. We need a tougher team because the record, like if you're playing the Browns, you're playing one of the best defenses in the NFL, but because they suck, it's like the reverse, right? Like you can't say, oh my gosh, we got to go play the Browns and say, oh, but that defense, we're not going to prepare for them. Because the offense is so terrible, we're not going to prepare for that defense. So yeah, if you beat the record, it doesn't count because they're on the bad. The whole team is bad, basically. That's how the media looks at it. That's how everybody wants to look at it. The people that actually have I guess we all going to be talking, but the people that talk, don't nobody want to consider the fact that a poor offensive team can have a really good defense, just like the Cleveland Browns. That's why sometimes I don't even like to be on social media when things go left.
Well, the funny thing is they keep talking about, Tennessee was a bad team. I'm like, yeah, we're a bad team too. So what you talking about?
We're a bad team, but we have one of the best defenses. So you got to consider the defense. The defense is a whole nother team.
The defense have literally shit the bed for all the. Let me see, for the games Shedeur Sanders played, defense shit the bed for at least 4 games, maybe 5.
I would say 3. I would say 3 of those. Yeah, it was kind of weird because you're looking at it, you're like, dang. Okay, Shedeur's playing good, but then where's the defense to give us the ball back? Like, he's playing okay. So, yeah, it's been weird. Like, there's been game, like this game, he didn't even show up. I've been like, dang, where is Shedeur? What's happening? Like, what is going on? But then in the games that they played, that he was playing well, the defense just decided to just take a break. I'm like, dang.
All right, it was surprisingly cold, dude.
Man. So what's next? Let's end this with what's next for Shedeur. Give me predictions on how the Browns move on Monday. Tomorrow, how the Browns, what decisions are they making? Is Shedeur, did he secure his job for y'all Cleveland fans? Do y'all move on with Shedeur or do y'all move on with Stefanski without Shedeur? Okay. So, yeah, he's waiting. So, Peter, you can't build around a fifth rounder.
Say that to the 49ers.
I would say if you look at it, if you look at Tom Brady and you look at others and you saying you can't build around a fifth rounder, then I mean,
well, it's called we have a bad coach, because just think about it like this: when Trey Lance, when the same year, Trey Lance, they traded 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance, and we know how the story goes. He was hot garbage. They overdrafted him. They just overdrafted, and so they were still able to win because they had a quarterback, and the last person picked in the NFL draft that year was Brock Purdy. So
what round was that? What round did Brock Purdy go in?
He was the last person to be picked. That's the 7th round.
Brock Purdy was 7th round?
They call him being picked the last person is you're called Mr. Irrelevant.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. So okay, so you were busy when I was asking the final question about where do we go from here? What does Monday look like? It's obvious if it's not Monday, it's going to be this week coming. You guys are in Cleveland. You know what the beat is. You know what Mary Kay's been saying and the 93 fans been saying. What is the trajectory for Shedeur Sanders moving forward with the Browns?
So what's next? I would not be surprised if Monday comes and Kevin Stefanski still has a job. I would not be surprised. Hello. Dude, can you unlock my window, please? Thank you. Yeah, I would not be surprised at all. But
if he still has a job.
I would not be surprised if he still has a job Monday.
Well, Mary Kay already said that he's not going nowhere. So I'm going to trust what Mary Kay says because she's been on point for a minute. So it seems like somebody talked to her directly.
Remember what Jimmy Haslam said: 3 and 14 will not cut it, but 3 and 14 will not cut it. But 5 and 11, it's improvement. And not only is it improvement, but it's improvement for what you have had to deal with. Like all of our, the number one passer was a rookie. The number one receiver was a rookie. Number one rusher, rookie. Honestly, Luke Whippler has looked at fairly decent. You know, he's a young guy too. And so the whole entire offensive line for the past 2 weeks have literally been backups and practice squad offensive linemen. Now, what Shedeur Sanders have done, yes, it has not looked pretty. Like, he has not been consistent. He has made unnecessary turnover plays, but he has something that I'm like, you know what? Let's see what this kid looks like if we get a offensive line and we grab a couple of wide receivers in the NFL draft. Now, this NFL draft that's coming up, it is heavy on wide receivers.
Yeah, the only way y'all can go is through the draft because free agents comes with a price tag that you can't afford.
And it's also Cleveland, and so free agents who come to Cleveland, they kind of want a little bit more of a, they want more money
More
because
guaranteed, right?
they want more, they just want more money, period, because it's Cleveland.
Well, I mean, yeah, because the organization stinks. So when you're coming to a situation where you just feel like they don't know how to handle big situations, then yeah, you want the money because you're about to come into a situation where it's not going to be conducive to what you've been used to, what you're used to. So yeah, Cleveland is just not as a football organization, they haven't proven to be the best organization.
They haven't proven to be the best. They haven't proven to be the best organization, but I will say this: they have proven to be the most loyal organization to their players.
Loyal in the sense of giving them contracts, or loyal? What do you mean? Explain that.
Do you mean loyal by paying them all the money?
Hold on one second.
Yeah, I want to know what you mean by loyal to their guys, because I don't know what loyalty means when it comes to Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns organization.
So, I mean loyalty. So, example, when it came to Amari Cooper, Jimmy Haslam could have, if I remember correctly, Jimmy Haslam, he could have not paid Amari Cooper, but they did decide to pay Amari Cooper and let him go on his merry way. Now, the whole thing with Deshaun Watson, they could have just rolled off Deshaun Watson last year. They could have just released him, ate all that cap money this year, and we would still look the same, but they're still loyal to Deshaun Watson. Look at what they did with Joe Flacco. They literally traded Joe Flacco to a division rival.
You thinking that's you can categorize that as loyalty?
What benefit did they actually get by doing that? What benefit did they actually get when they came to trading Joe Flacco?
A fifth round pick. Benefited from anything. I just feel like Joe Flacco is an OG. And you gotta give the OG what he's asking for. He ain't got nothing. He got nothing else there's nothing else left for him. He's 40 years old, and he's like, look, man, I ain't got nothing to gain or lose. Just send me to the Broncos. That's where I want to be at. So you gotta, when it comes to the OG situation, yeah, but the young bucks maybe not. But the OGs that just like, look, man, I'm trying to do what I got to do and finish my career off. I'm looking at it more like an OG move than a loyalty move.
Yeah, well, he did trade Joe Flacco to a division rivalry. So
I'm with RJ Boxing, JR Boxing, RJ Boxing, JR Boxing, saying that it was a bad business move, but I don't know that had to do more with loyalty.
What was a bad business move?
I mean, did you hear the Steelers coach? Mike was like, you traded your day one guy to a division rival. So
and
that's bad. That's a bad business move.
And did we beat our division rival, or did they win? No, we beat our division rival. So it seems like a great move to me. Did you see my power bank?
I think you're looking at it in a skewed way. I'm talking about, we don't want to make the division better. We want to make them worse. So unless y'all thought that Joe Flacco was just that bad, and if you thought he was that bad, you wouldn't make him your day one guy. That's the argument that Tomlin was making. If you thought he was bad, then why did you make him your number one? So I don't know. Something was off there. If you're thinking like, oh, he's bad, he's not going to make them any better, but yet you convince your fan base that he was good enough to be your starter on day number one to start the 2025-2026 NFL season, somebody's lying. Somebody sold us a bunch of, fool's gold. Tell me if I'm missing the point here, because you said he was good enough to run your organization to lead us into the season. So how in the world are you taking this guy and now sending him over to a division rival? You can't make him better. The Bengals were selling that game. Well, anything is anything right now. So I don't know. But anyways, yeah, you cannot. The way I looked at it, and I understood what Tomlin was saying. He was like, look, man, if this is our division and you thought that Joe Flacco was good enough to be your day one starter, and you're sending your day one starter guy to an organization that's going to come back and haunt all of us, then I don't like the move. That was bad business. Even though y'all beat them, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. You got one of the best defenses in the NFL. So if you got one of the best defenses, and then I'll go back to that argument of nobody wants to. I always say, okay, I'll give you another 50-50 on the no free agent receiver wants to come to the Cleveland Browns. I'm not going to stand on the fact that it's just Shedeur's. The reason why is Shedeur. The reason why is like what Max said. The reason why could be a lot of things, but two things are clear. All right? Two things are very clear. Is that you definitely do not want to have, the free agents that need more money, you don't have it, and they know how bad your organization is. Those two things are glaringly clear. Okay? So if I'm an agent, what's the conversation that I'm having with my player, with my client? If Cleveland comes up on that board, we go to the whiteboard and we're standing there and we're trying to make this final decision for our off season. We got Cleveland, we got the Raiders, we got Carolina. You feel me? Somebody to go join T-Mac and Jimmy Horn over there in Carolina that's making the playoff this year. We got all these teams. Why do I choose the Cleveland Browns? And then we start listing the negative. We got the negatives, one column, the positive in another column. All of the negatives are outweighing all of the positives. The organization from the top is poor. They don't have a good quarterback that they trust in. They're going to go back into the draft and make a bunch of mistakes. You start listing all of those things. What is it going to boil down to? It's going to boil down to the money. Hey, Max, you still here? I think Max is busy. But yeah,
my bad. I'm still here. Repeat what you said again.
No. I'm just listing all of the reasons why.
Don't worry about it.
The free agents are either. The decision-making process for the free agents, all right? They're going to have to go through the draft and wait, all right? This is the best path that they can go because a lot of teams are not going to be looking for the same thing that the Cleveland Browns are going to be looking for. So they're going to get lucky. They got lucky. They got Shedeur in the 5th round. So they can get lucky again and get some really good wide receivers, some serviceable wide receivers who are going to be hungry and are not going to mind making a name for themselves by putting their body on the line and going up for those 50-50 balls because they know that the only way you can get started in this NFL is to catch the ball. So they're going to be willing. They're not a $43 million receiver coming out of college. They're going to be rookies trying to make their name in the NFL. So you can get lucky in the 5th round. I would say late 3rd round, 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. You should be able to have enough money for those rounds, all right, to go grab somebody that you know can at least put their body on the line for the ball.
Well, like I said earlier before, this is a wide receiver deep heavy class.
Mm-hmm.
So I look honestly, if it was up to me, what the Cleveland Browns most likely do, I would either I would trade down, pick up a little bit more draft capital, or I would just say F it. I will grab that offensive tackle out of Miami grab that offensive tackle, and at the last pick, the Jacksonville pick, I will pick another offensive tackle. Then when the second round comes, I would go wide receiver. Third round,
Wait. Do you have money for a second round wide receiver?
Well, we have 10 draft picks, and we have 3 in the top. It's going to be 3 in the top 40.
Mm-hmm.
So we have enough. Honestly, hell, they could go O-line, wide receiver, tight end. Then I'll just fill up the rest with defense at the last. That's pretty much all you need.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like if they keep this GM, he would be like he would be a hero, bro. Like if you are a rookie GM and somebody just give you an opportunity just starting, the Cleveland Browns is the team that you want to have. Because you look at the team on that whiteboard and you're like, oh, bro, my grandmother can draft this team or can fix this team. Bro, you don't even have to know football that well. If you just watch the season this year, you can fix this team in a snap. Like it's nothing. Oh, get rid of 68.
Well, that's how. Well, honestly, when Kevin Stefanski had to go, 68, you need to take his ass with him because, oh my God, bruh. Like when I say hot garbage trash, bruh, this guy is hot, bruh.
That dude was a liability, bruh.
I could come out of. Bro, I could come out of retirement with shot knees at 36 years old, bro. I promise you, I will do a better job. Hell,
ain't nobody pushing you with one finger and you're tipping backwards like you're about to die.
Dog, I have watched this man. This man. He literally got pushed on his backside with one hand.
One hand, bro. That's why I try to explain this thing to so many people, and I'm telling them, I'm like, look, man, I know what y'all are saying is a bad O-line, but man, for you to get pushed back, you know what I'm saying, for one hand, you are an offensive lineman, and somebody's pushing you back with one hand. It's hard to sell. I can't bother. I'm selling that all day. You can't get pushed back with one hand. One hand. Even if you try to say, oh, he didn't have the position, the guy beat him to it. One hand? Ain't no way. I'm gonna put this up right here so that we can end with this right here. This is how you fix. Yeah. This is how you fix the Cleveland Browns. And it's so easy. It is so easy for you to fix the Cleveland Browns. All right? Their center is hurt. He's out. I don't know if he makes it back this season. Because I think if I did my research right, this is the second season where he's been hurt.
Well, Luke Whippler, he's coming back. Pretty much everybody in the offensive line is not coming back except for Luke Whippler. And
is that the center?
Yes, Luke Whippler. He's the center.
He's the starting center?
He's actually the backup. He's been because our starting center got injured.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So the starting center, this is the second year being injured, right? Like when I was doing my research, this is what I learned, that he was injured last season.
Luke Whippler?
No, the starting center.
Yeah, he's gone. This is he's not. They're not re-signing him. I think Conklin. They're not re-signing Conklin. But hell, they're not re-signing Tellers. They're not re-signed in.
So 68 was your starting guard after the starter went down. So 68 is gone. He got to go. I mean, the left tackle. I'm sorry, the left tackle.
If 68 is on this roster next year, I will be surprised, and I think I will play the lottery because I think my numbers will hit.
That's what I'm saying. Unless they haven't been watching nobody, I would say your left tackle is gone. I don't know the left guard. Who's the left guard?
Joe Patonio, and I think this was his last season.
Wasn't Patonio hurt also?
No, Patonio, he's not hurt.
Okay, so Patonio, okay, he's healthy, but his contract is up, right?
Well, his contract is up, and he's old, and you can see the age is. You just see is the age Father Time has called.
Okay, and then your right guard. Who was your right guard?
Right guard was Conklin and Jenkins.
Conklin is coming back, or is his contract up also?
His contract is up also.
Do you think they're going to sign him again?
No, absolutely not.
So Jeffrey says that Taylor Jenkins and Picnic are coming back mostly.
Calvin Jenkins, he's coming back.
What position is Jenkins?
He's right guard.
Okay, so that's a right guard, and then your right tackle is who?
Taylor's? Yeah, Taylor's the right tackle, right? Yeah, Taylor's he's the right tackle.
Okay, so it looks like your whole line is done. Dang.
Well, they're all on one. Only person who's under contract for next year, it is Calvin Jenkins, Luke Whippler, and DeJuan Jones. That is it. That is your offensive line for next year.
And how many out of those? How many starters? All right, audio's not coming in.
That is your offensive line for next year.
No. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear your answer to the question. How out of those guys, how many of those were starters?
None.
So those are all backups.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Calvin Jenkins, he's supposed to be. Oh, my bad. Zach Zenter, which is my first time seeing him play in 2 to 3 years. And Zach Zenter, he's hurt. He was a guard too. Also,
but he was a backup guard.
Yes.
And then Karkin is a right tackle, says Jeffrey.
Karklin, I think Karklin might return, but I doubt it too. Yeah. So it's Zinner, Calvin Jenkins, Luke Whippler, and DeJuan Jones. Those are your only 4 offensive linemen that will be available to you next year. Everybody else contract is up. And so they would have to make a decision if they want to re-sign them, or do you want to keep on moving? And honestly, if any of those offensive linemen have been re-signed, I think my head might explode.
I'm telling you, man, this is the easy fix. This right tackle, which is the weak side of Shedeur, if you can replace 68 with somebody who is serviceable, and when I say serviceable, I mean they don't flop on a one hand pushback. Just somebody who can just do the regular job of a weak side tackle, and then you get better. It's like it's going to be an instant getting better. This is all in mind with Shedeur being as center. All right, this whole concept right now is Shedeur as center. You keep Shedeur, and then you replace this left tackle, this weak side tackle. Obviously, we can't get rid of the $43 million baby, so we keep him on the outside. But I think Jeffrey was saying that we played him in the slot.
Yeah, Judy is not he's not a number 1 receiver. He's a number 3, or he might be a 2, but he's a 3 in me.
So we gotta keep him, so we put him in the slot, and we keep the young kid from was that Ohio State?
Isaiah Bond?
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaiah Bond, Texas.
Texas. Okay, that was Texas? I thought he was Ohio State. Bond is
Oh,
Texas?
you talking about Isaiah Bond, number 16?
Yeah, Bond is Texas or Ohio State?
I thought he was Texas.
I thought he won the Natty. He didn't win the Natty? No?
No, I thought that was, like I said, Isaiah Bond is Texas.
Maybe you're right. My information is getting a little fuzzy right here. Okay, so we keep Bond. We bring in another a young gun for the outside. Put what's her name in the slot? Because we can't get rid of that $43 million.
Mm-hmm.
And you get that left tackle, that weak side.
Mm-hmm.
The center, you need a good center because we don't have one right there. JR Boxing said Texas, so okay, it was Texas. All right, my bad. All right, so you replace the center. It's not a lot of fixes, bro. It is not a lot of fixes. It's like 2 or 3 fixes, and you right there. We're not even talking about the defense. The defense is leave the defense alone. Maybe a corner, like to get a depth, some depth.
But you could do that. We could do that at the end of the round, so because everything the defense have to, everything with the defense is just fill in. That's it. A linebacker.
Peter, stop trolling me.
Yeah, you got Sorry, the only thing they're gonna need is a safety, a linebacker, and a corner. 3. That's your 7, 6, and that's your 7, 6, and 5th. But everything else is offense.
I'm thinking just for depth. I'm not saying like you gotta like go spend a whole lot of money. I'm talking about for depth. and Peter, you better stop talking about Mendoza. No, I'm talking about, bro. I'm telling you, man, this is a dream. This will be a dream fix because guess how they're going to evaluate you. If you are able to recognize what we're seeing, the weak side tackle, the center, and maybe some serviceable guards, right, for depth. Mm-hmm. And you bring in some late round corners and safeties, and then bring in a top, like maybe second rounder, two second round receivers. Bro, yep. And next year you're in the playoff. You can have a job for 5 years.
It's funny because I got next year, Shedeur Sanders, he's going to either be a top 10 to top 15 quarterback in the NFL.
That's a fact.
And I got the Browns being a wild card in the hunt for playoffs next year.
Peter is trolling hard.
But it all depends. It all depends on what they're going to. It all depends on what they're doing at quarterback.
But okay, so let's play the Browns Browning real quick, right? Let's do the Browns Browning real quick. Hey, hold on, real quick. I got you, JR. I got you. Let's do the Browns Browning real quick. Let's say they don't see what we see, because obviously when you're fans, you see a little differently from the organizational standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say they start Browning and they keep 68. My Lord. Let's say this thing that Kim did such a great job. We're going to bring Cam Robertson back, at the left tackle position. We're going to leave the receivers room as is. And we go get a quarterback, right? And we go get a quarterback, maybe a safety, and then start trying to fix the defense that don't need fixing. They go get a safety, a few first-round safeties, and maybe a first quarter. That's the Browns Browning.
Well,
wait, think on that real quick. Let me bring on JR Boxing. Hey, JR Boxing, welcome to the show, brother. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. How you doing, brother?
Oh, what's good with you, Harry?
I'm all is well, man. I got Max Powers on. We're on here. We're trying to fix this Browns issue. Try to help us out a little bit, please, if you can.
Oh, so you and Max got y'all GM cap on, huh?
Oh, we got our GM cap on, boy. I got the green. I got the board up with defense in office.
Nah, man. The Browns is they're a bit away from on the offensive side, man. They definitely gotta rebuild that offensive line. You need receiver play.
When you say a
Quinn.
bit away, though, clarify
Yeah.
that for me. When do you mean a bit away? Like a couple of drafts, or it could be done in one draft?
So it'll probably have to be a couple of drafts because you
Really?
gotta look. Yeah, you gotta look at the cap situation, right? So their cap situation is not ideal for
They
them
don't
to
have they
do
don't
it
have money
all
to
through.
do it.
Yeah, for them to do it all through free agency. So you got 10 draft picks. Now, it's in a perfect world, if you hit on every single draft that draftee that you get, then
Mhm.
boom, you good to go. But that's just not how sports works, right? So you got 10 draft picks. Even if they hit on 70% of the draft picks, 7 out of 10, you hit on 7 out of 10 of those guys, but they're not going to all be offensive linemen. They're not all going to be receivers. So you thinking you may get one receiver, or they may draft two receivers. You may hit on one of those. You may draft two or three linemen. You may only hit on one lineman. So it's just a part of the back and forth of it all. But if they get all 10 draft picks and they hit on every single draft pick that they pick, then yeah, they back. That's an instant success. But I don't think it's gonna work like that.
But you got 10 draft picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the problems. If you let's just say you went to sleep and you just said, "I'm going to leave the defense alone," even though you need that secondary to be tightened up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you left them alone and you just focused on fixing the offense. You're saying that they can't do it in this draft coming up, or at least free agency?
Nah. I mean, it like I said, it would take too much for you to try to fix it. Because we're talking about 68, right? You know where 68 came from?
Where
He
he come
came from the Texans. The Texans traded him to the Browns because he was not good at the Texans. And before the Texans, I want to say he was with the Chargers or something like that. Like this guy, he was a high draft pick, Cam Robinson, when he initially came out of college.
Yeah,
I think he was a first round draft pick.
Yeah, he was a first round pick.
Some been in the NFL for 8 years.
Yeah, he just didn't pan out. So you see what I'm saying? So it can, in a perfect world, Harry, we got 10 picks and you hit on all 10 picks. That's great. But that's not how it works. We talking about 68 getting dog walk every single Sunday. He was a first round pick, first round evaluated. So
he was a what I will call he was overdrafted. Now, or it could just be father time. Father time comes after all men.
Nah,
so it could be that.
I think you was right with the first one. He was overdrafted. He came out of Alabama and big name. Ooh, Alabama, Cam Robinson, blah, 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 blah. But you got to think, Alabama at that time with Nick Saban, well-oiled machine. So as much as we talk about the success of Alabama when it comes to the college arena, when you look at some of these players that get to the NFL, they don't all hit. They get there and they pan out. You look at them running backs, they pan out. Outside of Derrick Henry, who's the last running back really from Alabama that really stuck? Outside of Derrick Henry. Trent Richardson flamed out.
Trent Richardson, flamed out.
Another flamed out.
Another Cleveland Browns first round draft pick.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy flamed out. You know what I'm saying?
There's a narrative here, huh?
Jeudy got paid. Jerry Jeudy got paid, but we don't think of Jerry Jeudy as no top receiver. Henry Ruggs.
Peter Oregon is the same way. So guys from Oregon, Peter said Oregon is the same thing, same way.
Yeah.
If the Cleveland Browns, if the first 4 picks, if they picked all offensive line, I would not be mad at them. And also, I would believe that we will actually have a decent season next year. The reason why is the fact that Quinshon Judkins did have a training camp. Hell, Shedeur Sanders, they really didn't have a training camp. Isaiah Bond didn't have a training camp.
No training camp.
True.
You get all 3 of those dudes together, and they do rookie OTAs again because they're going to be going into their sophomore season. Rookie OTAs together. You doing the whole training camp, preseason all together. Honestly, only thing you just need is one big body receiver, and like I said, it's not that many holes to fill in this
right,
and this on this team. It's just all of them falls on one side of the ball.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but like JR said, you don't know if those guys are going to end up being a Cam Robinson.
Yeah.
They may not pan out. You can go grab them, but I'm thinking with those hungry hyenas coming out of college trying to make a name for themselves, they gotta be way better than Cam Robinson. Like, come on. And what do you think about what Peter Investor say? Tight end at the tight end position. Do we go with the young? But I don't think we got a tight end problem, do y'all?
No.
I
think that's where we were strong this year. I'm saying we now.
Only thing is going to happen is David Njoku. He's not coming back.
Yeah, they got to trade him. Yeah, they got to trade him.
This is last year of his contract, and he's old.
Yeah.
And you don't have the money because you got to sign Devin. They're going to re-sign Devin Bush. Had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to re-sign him. They're going to try to sign Grant Delvin. It's Rashawn Jenkins. They got to re-sign him.
Nah, let him go, man. You can find somebody else better.
Yeah.
You can find somebody else cheaper, for sure.
With Rashawn Jenkins, you might most likely going to replace him in the draft, probably somewhere in the 5th or 6th round.
Yep.
They gotta get better at corner.
Another Fanning, right? Like Peter said, you will get another Fanning.
No, you ain't gonna get him. You're not gonna get another Mario Fanning, but your goal is to get somebody who's going to be big, able to block, and whenever it needs to be, catch the ball whenever they're not blocking. But you can still find quality picks for tight end at that area, at that part of the draft.
Ain't no
same thing as running back
coming out of this draft, right? Ain't no Bricasco out there, right?
Nah, last year was big. Last year was a big hit for tight ends. They had the one from Penn State, Fanning hit this year. One kid from Iowa. So they had a few. But, there's always a diamond in the rough out there. You just got to evaluate them the correct way.
So what do you think about what Jeffrey just said? Because the way that you lay it out, Max, is that y'all ain't got no money. So y'all can't do a lot of free agents.
So
Jeffrey's saying y'all got more money and Barry's a magician with the pen.
So before they signed Alex Wright, they had $18 million available for the next season. You're only going to be able to sign two of your starters.
Yeah.
Because Deshaun Watson, his cap hit for next year is $80 million. Yeah.
Do they have an option? Do they have an option on Njoku contract?
Njoku, this is his last year on his contract. Final year on his contract. Yeah.
Because I was like, man, pick up the option and then trade him. Because what they should have done mid-season,
they should have traded him mid-season.
They should have traded him mid-season.
Yep.
Before the trade deadline. You should have.
I would have traded David Njoku, and to be honest with you, you probably would have gotten maybe a 3rd or 4th round pick.
Yep.
Now you're not.
Same week they traded Flacco, I would have traded Njoku. Gone. Sent him on
and he has been not available for the last couple of weeks. He has not been available.
Oh, so he's just been injury prone, huh?
Towards the end of the season, he's been injury prone.
No, he's been injury prone since he got here, bro.
You know better than me. I don't follow the Browns like that.
Right, it seemed like that.
Right now.
He got a touchdown. His knee hit the ground, and he got injured from that. I was like, that's almost a non-contact injury. Yeah. It was almost like a Travis Hunter injury.
That's football, though, man. Come on, man. That's just how it is.
I
Don't
mean,
do it
but
like that,
football,
man.
you
So what
gotta hit the
happened?
ground. You can't hit the
He
ground
re
and get an injury from that.
so what happened is he re-injured what he re-injured what he because he was on probability that, and so he re-injured the same injury, bro. And so hey, that's the reason why he's out. But they should have traded him, in my opinion. But the only reason why I thought they didn't, you didn't want to be the GM who traded Ray all the fan favorites, including Nick Chubb and David Chubb.
If it's me, real talk, if I'm the GM for a day, I know a lot of Cleveland fans would be pissed, but I think a lot of them probably be like, all right, I see what direction you're going. I would trade Myles Garrett. Man,
What?
you would get a king's ransom for Myles Garrett. Look,
Yeah.
hey, thank you. We celebrated you with this sack record. Man, you're gonna go down as one of the greats in Cleveland. Now we about to trade you, and I'm probably gonna get about 4 or 5 picks.
No, you're only going to get 3.
Or
3 is
and
you're only going to get 3,
I would
and
stack them. I would want a first round pick for this year, first round pick for next year, and then give me a second round pick in like 2027 or something like
so you're only
Hey,
going to
let's say you get the picks, but do you have the money for the picks?
that.
no,
Man, you
like
gotta free up some of that cap
you
space.
don't have to. You don't have to worry about when it comes to drafting rookies. When it comes to cap spaces, you don't have to worry.
You say you don't
Yes,
have to worry about it?
You don't have to worry about that when you're drafting rookies.
Wait, so $40 million? Like, let's just say you went first. Like, you wanted a first rounder.
First rounder, first one. I think the first overall pick got $25 million.
I thought Travis Hunter got 40 something mil. No?
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
did
did.
they?
He got 40 mil
Hold on.
guaranteed.
Are you? Did they? Hold on. Did they? They probably could have increased the cap space for rookies when it comes to, but is that
Number
40?
one, you're getting 40 for number one overall.
Well,
Travis
how much
was
they
second
can?
overall? He got 40 something million dollars. Y'all ain't got
Well,
that.
how much they? See how much they Cam Ward made. How much Cam Ward rookie contract is?
Cam Ward wasn't 60.
No, it was
No.
5
Was it
years
50?
40. No, it was 5 years 40, like 42.
So it's 5
They-
is.
Wait.
They get a
How
lot of it in
could Cam
the,
get the same thing as Travis Hunter?
I mean, Travis Hunter, number 2 pick. It's only a difference of like $2 to $5 million.
Yeah, it's only different by a couple of millions.
Okay, so-
Got that.
Okay, so yeah. So tell me where you got 40 million coming from?
Well, that's
Hell,
40
I'm
million over. That's 40 million over. It's actually not 40 million. It's technically like 5,000 a year. And when it comes to the 5th year option, if you decide to pick it up as a team, that's where the majority of the money is going to come from.
You mean 5 mil a year?
Yeah, 5 mil a year compared to
5
Myles
mil a
Garrett,
year.
40 mil a year. Like, bro,
Yeah,
hey, walk them out the door, dog. Thank you. But you got
And think about like Deshaun Watson, which was what, like
35 a year.
yeah, like no, it's more like it was what, a 5-year contract for $250 million.
Yeah, 230. It was 230.
So overall,
Was it more?
the rookie contract is better than the veteran contract. Then
Yeah, I mean, look, you hope to maximize the rookie contract because, like you said, 5 years, 40 million. That's roughly 8 million a year. You know what I'm saying? So we like, all right, 8 million. Myles Garrett is 4 years, 120 million. So he's 40 million a year. So it's like,
but who do you replace Myles with? Because what you're hoping, this is what you're hoping, right? You're hoping to have a defense that's already ready to go.
Yeah.
And you just want to fix a few pieces so that you can be playoff bound. If you get rid of Myles, now you got a bigger problem because now you got a defense that you got to worry about now.
Look, collectively, defensively, you wouldn't be able to like replace Myles Garrett, but you would hope in free agency. So now that gives you a little bit more money towards free agency, right? Where you could probably go get some middle tier guys and hopefully hit. You hoping it, you hoping like Jim Schwartz's scheme can surpass Myles Garrett's talents. Like, don't get me wrong, Myles Garrett is talented, but $40 million is eating up a lot on your roster. Denzel Ward making what, 20 something million a year as a cornerback too. So you start combining that 20 million from one player, 40. That's 60 million and two players allocated just to your defense a year. I mean, I'll trade the 40. I'll be like, look, we'll keep Denzel Ward, good player, cool, and we'll see what we can get from Myles and try to build from that. But
Yeah.
it's rough, man.
The reason why you can't make that decision is because now you got both sides of the ball to worry about. With Myles, you only have one side to worry about, because the reason why the people around him are good is because of him. It's like, think about it. Michael Jordan makes everybody around him better, right? So it looks like Scottie Pippen could be a starter somewhere else, right? Yeah. But without Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen can't hold his own water. So while you're seeing all those other guys eat, that's making you, like, oh, maybe I can get rid of Myles.
Man, Myles helped the boys win 4 games this year, man. I ain't trying to
here's the reason why I think it would be absurd to trade Myles Garret.
It'll be crazy.
Myles Garret just became the new all-time sack leader in the season on a losing team.
Right.
That is damn near impossible to do.
No cussing.
I said D near. D near. Yeah.
We're gonna unhear that. We're gonna unhear.
So that is impossible pretty much to do on a losing team.
Right.
And not most games we weren't ahead. We weren't like crushing all these teams. No, we were behind most games. And Myles Garret was still able to become the new single season all-time sack leader.
Whoa.
On a losing team.
Now, when you say they were behind, yeah, a lot of these games they were behind, but their defense had them in it up until a certain point. So let's just say, let's put a break point in it. Let's say the defense held them in it to the third quarter. Because if you look at most of their games, they in the game until maybe the end of the third quarter. Then you get to the fourth quarter, and it's like the offense just having these blunders. You get a fumble, a sack, or a random Jerry Jeudy pass off an interception to the defensive back, stuff like that. So it just happens. But defensively, they be in the game. But like I said, man, to me,
they took the average 3 to 4 game off.
You keep Myles Garret. What they win 4 games this year, you keep Myles Garret and his $40 million, you win 6 games next year.
So the average points to score is basically around 21. If you're scoring 20 points a game, you're average. The Browns just started doing that whenever Shedeur Sanders became quarterback. So when you're behind and your offense not able to keep score, your defense is basically when your offense cannot score, your defense is basically on the field the whole entire time. So you could trade Myles Garret you want to. Only teams you're going to be training Myles Garret to is the Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, or the Eagles. And you're trading a first ballot Hall of Famer who's still got a good 3, maybe 4 years left in the tank. You're going to trade him for 3 late first-round draft picks?
Yeah, to get up out of that money situation. To me, Cleveland's situation, it's never been about players. They've always had good players. They just have bad organizational structure. So how do you make an organization better? You have to structure it better. If I have this copious amount of money tied up into one player, but we're not winning, right? Then what are we doing? So
I think your eyes are deceiving you. Like Jamie Foxx says, you got lying eyes. Your eyes are deceiving you. So this is what I think you're seeing. you're seeing a good defense, but you're not understanding. I'm not trying to accuse you of not knowing, but I'm just saying, like, the anchor of that defense has to be Myles Garret. If you get rid of that guy, the rest of the guys are going to be as poor or as bad as their offensive line. So you can't get rid of him.
Bro.
I'm trying to tell you, like, that people are doing good because he's so good.
No.
You think those guys without Myles Garret can get the same kind of production without Myles?
No, I'm not saying the same kind of production. But what I'm saying is Jim Schwartz, his scheme keeps them in the game defensively. That's what I'm saying. So if you got a good scheme schematically, Jim Schwartz has a good scheme. It travels. Every team he's been associated with, when he was the head coach of the Detroit Lions, offensively, terrible. Defensively, and Ndamukong Suh, who was the defensive backs that they had? They had a great defensive scheme, but offensively, they were just terrible.
And who were the pieces that were making those plays? Were there any Pro Bowlers or?
Yeah, you had one along the way. But what I'm saying is, you look at Jim Schwartz schematically, right? I'm not taking nothing away from Myles Garret. Great player. You can go be great somewhere else, dog. Michael Parsons, great player. Guess what, man? We cannot afford to just have money tied up in just one player, because the same thing happened with the Cowboys. Do we re-sign Michael Parsons or do we trade him? And they made the right business decision. As painful as it is, they traded him, because you get to the playoffs, cool, but it's like, all right, we get to the playoffs, he get a tackle or two or a sack or two, all right, cool, but we're still losing because we got so much money focused in on one person. You got to be able to spread that money around. They made a bad decision with Deshaun Watson, and when Myles Garret requested to leave, like, yo, I'm in. I'm not trying to be a part of the rebuild no more. They should have let him. They should have traded him then, and get what you could get. Now you $40 million in, and you are 4 in whatever team. They offensively, they're gonna be bad next year because they got to fill a lot of spots, and defensively, they're gonna be bad because there's a few guys they need to re-sign, and they may not re-sign them guys.
Well, according to Jeffrey says that the Browns are projected to have $50 million in cap space in 2026.
Well, that is including you said the $50 million in cap space.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
last time
last time I checked, it was $18 million, and they re-signed Alex Wright to a 3-year extension. So there's no way it could be $50 million. If it was $50 million cap space, bro, there would be nobody worrying about the Cleveland Browns for next year when it comes to football. They will be able to get a veteran and all that. And it's not 50.
Where you getting that 50?
It's not 50 million.
Jeffrey, where you getting that 50 mil from? What's the source? Where's that 50 coming from? The Browns website, or where's that 50 coming from? Peter says, so it's better to be in college football for the money.
Hey, get that bread, man. Get that money on.
Hey,
it's not even good to be in college
that transfer
right
portal
now.
ain't as sexy as people think it is, bro.
I know. Hey, man. Hey, look. Hey, we got $500,000 for you over here. You get to the school and they're like, "Yeah, we can get you $250,000." Wait a minute. Y'all told me before I got in the portal $250.
And then there are guys that are still in that portal.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I know it's because we follow Colorado, right? Remember the first year, the guy Miles Slusher, right? He came from Arkansas, went to Colorado. He started, got hurt, then it just kind of flamed out. Yeah. Hopped in the transfer portal. He was stuck in the portal for a whole year. It wasn't until this year he got picked up by Purdue to go play football. So, I mean, it's a fickle thing, man.
Yeah.
Very
That Porter ain't sexy at all as people think it is. But I don't know if Jeffrey has his source. I'm winning on Jeffrey's source, but $50 million then. I mean, we ain't even gotta like go through a whole lot of.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah.
If
Look,
it's 50 mil, that's a lot. That's enough to rebuild this team.
If they got the 50, then that's great.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if the 50 includes the 40 that kick in for Myles next year, because Myles' contract kicking in next year. That's 40 mil. So I don't know if it includes that. But if they have 50 million to spend next year, they fit get active in the
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you should be able to fix this team with $50 million.
Yeah.
Man, you can take all your draft picks. You know what I'm saying? You can go as high as you want on the draft picks, and you can go out to the market and grab a few dudes who are willing to play on this team, because I'm telling you, the playoffs are only 3 guys away.
Yeah.
A left tackle, a center. Did I say 3? Maybe 4. 2 wide receivers, a left tackle, and a center. Yeah. That's my prescription. 2 wide receivers, a left tackle, and a center, and you could be in the playoffs. Because the daggone division sucks. The division ain't winning that many games.
The Steelers gonna need a quarterback.
Right. The Steelers back. Are they bringing A-Rod back? Lord have mercy.
It's no way you can, unless they make a deep playoff run. And by deep, I mean get to the Super Bowl. That's the only way you bring them back, though. I don't think you can.
Who's backing them up? But you said they don't need a quarterback. Who's backing them up?
No, I said they need a quarterback.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm about to say, like, wait.
Yeah. Okay, so you got Burrow. He talking about if football is even worth it these days. You know, Lamar Jackson really can't stay healthy. It seems like the last 3 years. I mean, it's a winnable division.
He's a Jackson Dart. Mm-hmm. When you run that much and you think you about to be hitting people like that, you can't be hitting those dudes. You're a daggone quarterback. You forgot.
Now, me and a Cincinnati fan, we were trying to see who has the worst offensive line. Cincinnati or the Cleveland Browns. And I'm telling you this, the Cleveland Browns offensive line is even worse. If you don't do nothing to the offensive line, you can have Mendoza back there. You know what Mendoza rookie season is going to look like? How Joe Burrow's season looked like this year. He's going to get injured, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do.
Yeah, it's not a quarterback situation. They don't have a quarterback problem because they can even keep Dylan Gabriel because he's a game manager. Like he protects the game way better, and he will not lose you a game. And it looks like the defense can score. So even if they just keep Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur gone, we're out of your hair. Y'all can have your thing. Y'all don't need us, hyping things up no more. Y'all have Dylan Gabriel. And fix your O-line, y'all might be able to just be in the conversation.
Nah, you know what they really need to do? They need to get Deshaun Watson in a room and ask him to restructure his deal. Try to push that money further down the line, and let him know, like, look, man.
They have done that.
And he said no.
Of course, you say no.
They're gonna
say no too.
They're gonna like.
You got to try. They do, man.
They do get insurance money back because he did not play this year, so they get a little bit of money back. That's good.
Yeah, they get a percentage. It's like what, $7 million back or something like that.
I have no idea.
Hey, that $7 million can go a long way if you're trying to get a mercenary.
Yeah, I think it's like 7. It's like a specific percentage that they get back from his deal.
When it comes to Cleveland Browns, man, yeah, It's not just it's coaching too. It's coaching because Kevin Stefanski, his playbook has been on some nasty-ish, and the reason why I say that is I've never seen in my life a 13-man personnel empty. That's basically 3 tight ends and 2 wide receivers, and it was an empty formation, and I was just like, wow. That is how bad our offensive line is.
Hey, you had a 13-man and he still got sacked.
That is 13 man empty. That is how bad the offensive line is.
You put 3 tight ends out there and then forgot that they were supposed to be blocking.
Nasty work, man.
Dude,
but
I watched who was it? Whoever's playing right guard today. I watched the right guard literally looked at his dude and just let Shedeur's dude just let him go through the line. I'm like, bruh, he can't even set his feet to throw a pass. What you want the man to do?
And y'all were saying we were wrong for saying sabotage. If you're looking at stuff like that, I mean, you can't just say, oh, these dudes are bad. If you're looking at somebody, are you scared or are you not blocking? The fans have a right to say, look, this is being sabotaged, because you can't look at your dude and then turn around and see him going to Shedeur. You're like, oops. This ain't no oops game. What are you talking about?
Harry, no, I ain't trying to hear Harry, because early in the season, you were saying Cleveland Browns offensive line was decent. Me and you had a passionate discussion.
No, I'm trying to.
I was like, no.
I'm standing 10 toes on that, because if they're giving Shedeur 2.5 to 3 seconds, he should be able to make a read and pass. But then we realized that we had to worry about the diva wide receiver, Judy, who's right. That's what I'm saying. So Shedeur, he started seeing ghosts, because after two or three interceptions, you start thinking a little more, because you're like, wait a minute, I threw it to you twice. You try to make a play on it. You didn't do that much of a, you didn't make that much of a play on it, and it bounced off of your chest and it went into the hands of the other guy. I can't trust you no more after that. So, hey, man.
Look, I think Shedeur did the right thing, man, because you got to look. Overall, you got to make it look different from Dylan Gabriel, because that's what the franchise wants to see. Shedeur ain't no fool. Now, he sat on the sideline behind Dylan Gabriel and watched Dylan Gabriel come out and play safe the entire time. Come out, dink and dunk, boom, boom, boom.
That's what
passer
he needs
rating
to do.
high,
right.
But it's dink and dunk. But the fan base, right? You hear the fan base, oh man, we can't win with dink and dunk. We can't do anything with
dink they were upset. The fan base was upset. It wasn't us.
Exactly.
It wasn't the Shedeur fans. The fan base was like, look, man, we need to move the ball down the field. Shedeur came in and he started to move the ball, and then we got excited, because now football was exciting to watch. Because you know how boring it is to watch Dylan Gabriel play football. It was boring, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I was hate watching.
Bro,
I was hate watching because I'm not a fan like Dylan Gabriel.
Yo, it was so boring watching Dylan Gabriel play, bro. I would rather watch concrete dry. I would rather listen to paint dry.
Yeah, listen to paint dry.
I want to stand in the woods to see if a tree falls. Does it make a sound?
Yeah,
it was that bad.
I think that's the only thing Dylan Gabriel messed up on, man. It was too copy, cut, and paste when it comes to just, all right, this is the play, and I'm just going to dump it off. I'm not even going to attempt to push the ball downfield. And so I think that's what got him, because you can't watch that. You can't win like that. Like, you can move the ball in between the 30 to the 30, but after that, when people start closing in on you, it's like, I can't complete the pass, whether it's talent, scheme, whatever. So, it was time to sit him down.
You can win with that, but you're going to have to open it up every now and then. You see what I'm saying? I started wishing Shedeur had some of Dylan Gabriel's game management skills. Like, after game number 4, I'm like, damn, bro, can you do a little bit of what Dylan Gabriel was doing? Like, at least, chunk, chunk. Open it up, chunk, open it up.
The 3 and outs, for sure.
Yeah, man. I was. Hey, last thing. This he says over the cap has you guys at 12 mil. Is this more accurate than that 50 mil he was saying earlier?
Well, 12 mil. It will be accurate after the Alex Wright contract. So I can see that it's right. So 12 mil. And that 12 mil, so 12 mil plus 7. So you're looking like around 20 mil, and you have to re-sign a lot of players, and you don't have the money to sign those players.
So we're definitely going to go into this draft. I'm saying because I think Shedeur's going to stay, right? I don't know if both him and Kevin Stefanski can stay, but you go out and you use that 20 mil the right way, I can see some young Ohio State, Michigan linemen, maybe a few Oregon guys, might be you can look at.
No, we going Utah, baby. Utah.
You go to the Utah line.
Utah.
You go to the Utah
that is,
line. The Utes.
That is Utah. That's what they're honestly. That's what they're known for. Is offensive line play in the NFL.
Yeah, they got like the number 1 rated left tackle.
They have the number 1 rated left tackle. They have I think it's number 2 rated right tackle. They have another. They have basically they have 3 offensive linemen predicted to go in the first 2 rounds.
And you're saying historically they have done well in the NFL, Utah?
Yeah. Utah offensive linemen always this part of the millennium. Utah is the offensive line when it comes to drafted. It's harder to find the bust that way, or you won't. You tend to don't overdraft when it comes to the offensive lineman when it comes to Utah.
Bro, I'm just saying, if your job is to just be strong and just hold somebody for a few seconds, I mean, you should not be getting pushed that easily. That's the only thing I had against my guy, Cam Robinson. I didn't even learn his name until I started to look through the research. I'm like, who is this number 68 guy? I didn't even know his name.
Harry, I knew bro was cheeks. I was like, when the Texans traded him, I was like, thank heavens.
I didn't, it's funny that you said that because I didn't even know who the hell I didn't know who the heck he was until I was like, who's this number 68 kid getting beat like this?
Crazy.
I was just
crazy thing is, so we traded Laramie Tunsil. We traded him. And then we brought in Cam Robinson during free agency. And they started Cam Robinson. CJ Stroud was back there seeing ghosts. He played 2 games. They got him up out of there. And then somebody got hurt for Cleveland. And that's how the trade happened. Hey, get him up out of there, send him to Cleveland, bro.
So tell me why they kept Cam so long. I didn't see him today. He didn't play today. I don't know what happened.
He was out there a little bit.
No. Cam Robinson was out there. I think he was out there the whole entire game. He was just that bad. It looked like he wasn't out there.
He was out there. You should have saw him. I'm gonna find this clip and I'm gonna send it to you, Harry. But
Cam has been, bruh. Once Cam came into my POV, I said, "Nah, man, I gotta look this dude up. Who the heck is this dude? Why is he so bad?" Because when you say the O-line is bad, you ain't talking about dudes that just kind of like, oops. You're not talking about oops players. You're talking about, all right, maybe the other guys, the defensive line is just stronger. Nah, Cam is an oops player.
Yeah.
He's like, oops, he beat me. Oops, that's it. I guess he beat me. So, nah, man.
Like, the Browns took that bait? Oh, word.
So Peter, it all depends on
what's the best. What makes the best quality O-line? Let me get an answer from y'all, and then we'll do final thoughts because it's almost 6:00.
So it all depends on the scheme, right? If you looking for, a little bit more agile, saying, say you're like an Atlanta offense, you're doing a lot of zone running plays, looking for somebody who's fast and with good footwork. Now, if you're like what the Cleveland Browns is, you're looking, we kind of more of a grittier, run-heavy type. We're actually supposed to be a run-heavy offense with a lot of play action. But when it comes to that, you're supposed to have, some big dudes, strong, with decent footwork, but pretty much they're supposed to be smart. And almost cursed. We have a bunch of.
Don't do it. Don't let it happen to you.
Well, we have a bunch of. Let's just say we have a bunch of cotton candy offensive line.
Yeah, bro.
Who don't stay healthy.
6'6", 335 pounds. Isn't that an average? Like this is what you want, or do you want to be like you want to be in the 350s.
Nah, that's up and
6'6",
down NFL.
335. That's good.
Yeah, that's decent weight for an NFL.
It depends on your footwork, and from what I have seen, not only Cam Robinson has terrible footwork, but he is weak.
Yeah.
He
depends on
ain't
what kind of
strong
scheme
enough.
they're running too.
If he gets beat to the spot, he ain't strong enough to hold once he plants his right or his left foot, they can just push him. And I'm like, well, I don't know anybody that can just push me once my foot is planted, but I see you getting pushed and you're a 335-pound dude. How are they pushing you that easily when your foot is planted?
Can I make it? See, you let him off easy now. You're about to make him mad. Let me.
That's what I'm looking at. That's from my POV.
Let me make you a little bit. Let me tell you how bad it is. He got blown off. Not only he got blown off the line, but he got pushed back by a guy he outweighs by at least 100 pounds.
Yeah,
hey, and Greg is what? He got Greg by 70 pounds. And Greg was pushing him around.
I'm talking about last week. He literally got pushed aside by a linebacker.
Come on, man.
Outside linebacker. So he had him at least over 100 pounds.
Dang.
It got blown up. And so I'm like, hey, you kind of offended the game of football by saying, well, he played bad, but it wasn't that bad. I'm like, oh, my God. Should we get the film work up
here? Do himself any favors as far as job security. So, because he on a 1-year deal, and I don't think anybody's going to be looking to bring him in next year. Maybe they bring him in camp as for a body or something like that. But, yeah, I don't think he's making nobody roster next year.
If I see this guy on a roster, I'm going to question. I'm going to look around. I'm going to follow him. I'm going to put him on my RSS feed and follow him to see if anybody's going to pick this dude up, because if you're bringing this guy in, then you don't like the person that you trying to protect. I'm telling you,
they look for experience. They look for experience and stuff like that. Snaps played, stuff like that. But I would just imagine, like, as far as like his PFF grade, when it goes down a list of like tackles and stuff like that, it's probably like extremely low.
69.4.
That's just bad.
Yeah, 69.4. I don't know. You want a 69.4 guy protecting your young quarterback. That's why I was wondering why they kept him in the game so long. But man, look, we've beat up Cam enough. I know he has a family. I'm sure he has kids that are watching or listening. Hey man, it's sports talk. Sorry if your dad isn't that good. So final thoughts. Let's get up out of here. JR Boxing, you go first. You were last to come in, so you go first. Final thoughts.
Man. As far as like going forward for Shedeur, man. Look, I think next year will probably be more the same, man, when it comes to, training camp and stuff like that. It's going to be a QB battle. You're not going to just let 40 mil with Deshaun Watson just kind of sit on the bench. So that's going to be an interesting situation. And I'm interested to see what the Browns brass will do with the coaching situation. Because with new coaches, like if I'm a coach and they're vetting me to take that job, the first thing I'm asking is, do I have the luxury to draft a QB? And if I don't, then I don't want to be the coach, because now you coming in and I'm my hands are tied with Deshaun Watson and his contract, and then two rookies that are two second-year players that I didn't draft. So, but if they keep Kevin Stefanski around, I honestly think for as bad as a coaching job, I think they keep him around for the simple fact that he's married to Deshaun Watson. And you married to these two QBs that you drafted. So I think they kind of keep that going and try to figure it out from there. That's my final thought.
Man, we don't push back on final thoughts, but boy, you said a lot I wanted to push back on. You killing me, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, Max.
Now, they will say some things there.
Push back on the final.
Look, Max, like,
open the show back up.
How do I push back?
It's like this.
My final thought.
Well, I'm saying is a coach if they have a new coach, if he's a dumb coach, he will try to draft his quarterback this year. If he's a smart coach, he would do it next year. Because if he does it next year, he has a whole entire. He basically have a free year, right? And so if he drafts a quarterback this year, the clock starts ticking for him. And so if he doesn't do good, now you're on the whole bunch of caps problems. Now your offensive line still sucks. Now that, and so basically, if they do go with a new coach, Shedeur Sanders is going to have his. He's going to be in a competition with Deshaun Watson, which most likely Shedeur Sanders is going to win because there will be a mutiny with half of the fans if Deshaun Watson plays on that field. Willingly plays on that field. If they make him the starter, there you will see at wherever the stadiums look like this year, when it came to attendance, it's going to look 20% worse. Which you're going to have an empty stadium because Jimmy Hassan already said it himself. The Deshaun Watson trade was a terrible idea. You cannot put that man back on the field unless you want to look like an a-hole idiot, basically. But that was my final thoughts. Go Browns. We got a dub. It wasn't pretty, but a win is a win in my book.
I don't push
Let's
back.
go
We
Browns.
We don't push back on final thoughts. I guess let me just give mine a little bit, and then we out of here. I think, if
you gonna push back on my pushback?
No, I'm not pushing back at all. I'm gonna let y'all live it. I'm gonna let it live. I'm gonna let both of y'all live. I say you keep Shedeur. You fill in the holes that needs to be filled. You bring in a new coach, and in that interview with that coach, you have to sell him Shedeur. I understand that most coaches want their own guys, and they have their eyes, and they know who they want to be their leader on that field. But you keep Shedeur, you sell that coach Shedeur, and then, like you said, you give him a grace year to say, all right, look, this is what it's going to be like. If you can work with Shedeur, if he doesn't pan out, then we'll give you the option to get your own quarterback, but at least go with him for 1 year and see what happens. And then a message to Shedeur. If you want to stay in the NFL, if you want to be an NFL quarterback, you got to adjust your game. I know you want to be legendary like right now, but to be a legend, it takes time. Let it come to you instead of you trying so hard to be a legend. You got to adjust your game a little bit. I know that it's Jekyll and Hyde, and what's the good and the bad are the same person. But, hey, man, don't be afraid of those checkdowns like your dad said. Don't be afraid of the checkdowns, and don't be afraid to get rid of that ball and step inside the pocket on time, or at least, step inside the pocket more, and you might last in the NFL. Gentlemen, I thank you so much for joining me. Peter Investor still in the chat. He's still holding us down. All the guys that was in the chat, JR Boxing, thanks for coming on again. I appreciate you, Max. Thanks. I appreciate you, Peter, and everybody else. Hey, man, y'all have a great week that's coming up, and we'll see y'all on the next show.
All right, here, man.
Thanks, you, man. When are you going to do the next show since it's the end of the season, man?
The end of the season, I mean, we never end. We just keep going from topic to topic because now we're going to be talking off-season type stuff. So just look for me during the week. That's it. We never end.
Okay, so do you be going live in the middle of the weeks, or is it usually on the weekends?
No, I go live during the week, but that was when I was like doing Colorado and stuff like that. So since now we're in the off-season, I'm going to be doing a lot of college football stuff, and I'm going to try to mix in some NFL stuff as well because now we got to start talking off-season, both NFL and college football.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Well, I might have to subscribe and unsubscribe to you. I mean, sorry, unsubscribe and subscribe back because I don't get notifications when you pop up.
Yeah, YouTube, they got me on some kind of weird thing where They got me demonetized, but I still got to keep doing it for my community. So that's why I'm still doing it. Other than that, I probably won't post until they remonetize me. But yeah, if you unsubscribe or subscribe again and just hit the bell. If you hit the bell, you should get the notifications.
Okay. All right. Okay, dog. I appreciate you, man. You have a great evening, brother. Peace.
And you do the same, man. And thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, man. Do good content, so it's a small token of my gratitude.
Praise God. I'm grateful. Have a great week, man. We'll talk soon.
Same to you, sir.
All right.
Same to you. Bye, sir. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next show. Thank you for joining me. Raul Haven, Shedeur credit for both touchdowns. G. Bush gave Shedeur credit for both touchdowns. It is what it is. All right. Hey, man, y'all have a great evening. God bless y'all. I'll see you on the next show. Peace. Harry B. B means billion. Checking out. Peace.